Join the Peanuts gang for a merry Charlie Brown Christmas. Then share the joy and magic of Santa's arrival on 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. 2 happy holiday specials starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain Time.
Monday on CBS.
Mary Bailey lived an extraordinary life, a life not unlike yours, one filled with joy, sorrow,
I love you.
and triumph.
Sometimes I think it'd been better if I'd never been born at all.
Then she met her guardian angel, who taught her the greatest secret of all.
Something terrible's happening. You've never been born. Oh, George, you know me.
Marlo Thomas,
I'm your wife.
Cloris Leachman, Orson Welles, and Wayne Rogers. It happened one Christmas.
Watch tomorrow here on ABC.
Tonight, it's a night of Christmas specials, starting with the magical tale of Jack Frost. Then celebrate the season with the merriest of them all, Bob Ho Ho Ho.
Lucky I had my beard fireproof.
With special guests, Angie Dickinson and Adam Rich. Next, it's the all-new Dean Martin Christmas special with Shirley Jones, Dom DeLuise, and the gorgeous Gold Diggers. A night of specials tonight.
Miss Peggy Thompson, Merry Christmas and love from her smartest 5th grade.
Yes, Virginia. Yes, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist.
Mr. Edwards, you came!
It seems like an awful lot to go through just for Christmas dinner.
Well, it weren't just for dinner. Not that it won't be welcome, ma'am, but you see, I had this here errand due for Santa.
Santa Claus? You know him?
Well, you might say I made his acquaintance when I was coming out of the saloon, when I was coming out of the hotel in Independence. So he asked me to fetch your presents to you. That there's what's in the bag.
Can we see the presents now, Ma? Please, Ma?
All right, now you close up your eyes now. Can't have no peeking. Close them tight. You ain't peeking, are you? Can't stand for no peeking. All right, you ready? All right. There you are.
We each got our own cups now. Thank you, Mr. Edwards.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming, and I know I'm going home. Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 6 by 6.
6 by 6, I couldn't get it fixed. 5 by 5, I couldn't get by.
4 by 4, I couldn't get in the door. 3 by the Hebrew children.
And 2 by Paul and Silas. 1 by the little bitty baby who was born in Bethlehem.
It's a really good feeling to know that there are people you can't trust. Wonder Woman. That's one person who will never let me down.
I'd say you're right about that. Which reminds me. Excuse me.
And
entire evening of Christmas specials, starting with The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
I must stop Christmas from coming.
Followed by Frosty the Snowman.
What's the joke? The snowman can't talk.
Finally, Patricia Neal and Richard Thomas.
What is that?
The Homecoming. See The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, and The Homecoming. Friday, December 12th at 8, 7 Central.
Have I Got a Christmas for You? A heartwarming Hallmark Hall of Fame. Heartwarming because it really happened.
This is Reverend Powers calling from the Temple Beth Show.
Milton Berle heads an all-star cast as a Jewish community fills in for Christians who have to work on the holiday. Have I Got a Christmas for You? Friday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on NBC.
Coming Wednesday night, the Christmas classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. See Santa Claus and an incredible snow monster in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Merry Christmas!
Wednesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Here on CBS.
Tuesday, Fonzie's bar humbugged by a Christmas surprise from his long-lost dad.
I haven't seen him since I was 3 years old. He sends me a package. Whoa.
On happy days, then Laverne and Shirley get into the holiday spirit by helping the less fortunate raise some Christmas cash. Then Karen and Richard Carpenter celebrate Christmas with Christy and Jimmy McNichol, Gene Kelly, and Georgia Engel on the Carpenter special, A Christmas Portrait.
Tuesday on ABC.
Oscar the Grouch and the Muppets visit CBS for a special Sesame Street Christmas with wacky ghosts, guest stars, and more. Friday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
A joyous holiday gift, The Nutcracker, performed by the Bolshoi Ballet with Mrs. Betty Ford as storyteller. Then Father Knows Best, Home for Christmas.
It's a little hard to tell people your children aren't coming home for Christmas.
The Anderson family faces an emotional holiday. Next is Dean Martin's Christmas in California with Dean and guests including Linda Lavin, Chico and the Man's Gabriel Melgar, and Jonathan Winters. The Nutcracker, Father Knows Best, Home for Christmas, and Dean Martin's Christmas in California. Sunday starting at 7, 6 Central Time.
Thursday, visit the North Pole, where all year long folks have been getting ready for Christmas. This holiday season, Fred Astaire tells us how Santa got his start. A Christmas classic, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Watch Thursday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Retail stores like Sears and Valley View Mall are jumping for joy this Christmas season. Customers may be cautious about what they spend their hard-earned money on, and they may be looking for bargains, but many are buying the expensive stuff this year, like the electronic games that attach to TV sets or one of 3 types of home pinball, ranging in price from $200 on sale to $700. Would people pay that much for a game? You bet. Salesmen say this stack of Pong games will be gone after 4 hours. Microwave ovens are a big hit this year, too, not to mention those electric kitchen gadgets that make that domestic work a little easier. Retail sales were bigger at Christmas time last year, but the Sears chain expects a last-minute rush in the next 2 days. Merchandisers for the chain expect to see about 5 to 6 million shoppers before it's all over. But there's little rest for the weary. The after-Christmas sales start Monday. Betty Hoover, Channel 8 News.
McDonald's gift certificates. Each is worth 50 cents at McDonald's, and a book of 10 costs only $5. Something special for someone special.
At McDonald's.
First and 35.
Remember Aunt Hilda? She helped make your first party dress. American Greetings wonders who you forgot to remember this year. What better time to say hello than Christmas? With friendly faces like Ziggy, Strawberry Shortcake, Holly Hoppy, They're on American Greetings cards, gift wrap, party goods.
35 on the 50.
American Greetings, the right card for that special person.
This season, your Bell Phone Center store suggests a present for the future. A genuine Bell telephone. People use it long after other gifts are forgotten. Give one for the fun of it, the looks of it, or for making important calls with a single touch. There are so many genuine Bell phones and services, you may even choose a gift certificate. But come in soon, because nothing's as special as a present that lasts into the future.
Bell Phone Center, it's for you.
Here's one from Mom and Daddy, one Grandma came to bring, one from Uncle Charlie, and one from Burger King.
It's the Burger King doll.
This Christmas, your kids can have this colorful, cuddly Burger King doll free when you buy a book with 10 gift certificates for $5.
Add an extra touch to Christmas with a gift from Burger King.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. That's the song I sing. I'd like to teach the world what Santa wants to do. Coca-Cola. I'd like to buy the world a Coke. That's the song I sing.
Well, Merry Christmas, neighbors. Merry Christmas.
I'm Arnold, the littlest reindeer, and I am here to spread some seasonal cheer.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and God bless us, every moon.
No, I realized it was Christmas morning, and I had no way of showing how I feel about all of you. How much I care about you. How important you are to me on this day of days.
Maybe the beard's on too tight.
Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, boys and girls. You know Christmas is a special time in Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. It's a time for giving. And look what Mr. Landlord gave me. It's an eviction notice.
Has he come yet? Has he come yet?
I told you he won't come until you're fast asleep.
You're sure he can find us? He'll get here. He's never missed yet. Isn't that so?
You can count on it. He's never missed yet.
Will you read us the story now?
You are so cute. Sure.
And, can I help you? My wife and I were trying to get home, but all the roads are blocked. Is there any chance you could put us up?
I'm sorry, we're overbooked as it is. I mean, if I had something, I'd give it to you, but I mean, it's Christmas Eve and there's no room at the inn.
What'd they say, Joe? Can they put us up?
Let me get this straight. This is Christmas Eve, and you show up with a pregnant wife, and there's no room at the inn.
You know, I thought about that too. It's kind of close, isn't it?
Hi all, this is Kermit the Frog, and I'm here to tell you the story about Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Monday at 8, 7 Central, a special holiday treat for the whole family when Jim Henson's Marvelous Muppets bring Christmas to Frogtown Hollow in Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Tonight. Holiday greetings from CBS with these fine offerings. A Snow White Christmas. A brand new edition of the famous children's classic with 7 lovable giants and, of course, the Wicked Queen.
Mirror on the wall, I am the fairest of them all.
But when the mirror disagrees, the Wicked Queen plots her revenge in an exciting hour-long holiday special, A Snow White Christmas. Gene Stapleton stars in a true American success story.
Why don't you call me Aunt Mary?
Television critics are calling Aunt Mary a heartwarming story. Gene Stapleton is delightful, terrific, richly warm and human. Inspiring family viewing for the holiday season. Gene Stapleton and Martin Balsam star in the courageous story of a remarkable woman, Aunt Mary. The Nutcracker, the dazzling production that received critical acclaim, staged and danced by Mikhail Baryshnikov, a story immortalized by Tchaikovsky's classic score.
The Nutcracker, a holiday event families have shared for generations. The Kennedy Center honors. Washington, D.C. sparkles with distinction as Leonard Bernstein, James Cagney, Agnes DeMille, Lynn Fontaine, and Leontine Price receive the Kennedy Center's Lifetime Achievement Award.
Monday, celebrate Casper's first Christmas, and it's an all-new Chipmunk Christmas. Then, a special look back at a Bing Crosby Christmas, like the ones we used to know. And the Mac Davis Christmas special with the Pointer Sisters, the Commodores, and Andre Crouch. A night of family specials Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Americans, this is a wonderful occasion, an annual occasion here in Washington when we turn on the nation's Christmas tree. Christmas, of course, is, I think, for all of us, is a time of memories of our own childhood, of our children, grandchildren.
This toy store, the Barbie and Ken Dream Dates are still very popular with the little girls, and judging by the way the Dream Date Ken doll looks, tall, dark, and handsome, is still tickling a young girl's fancy.
Another set of dolls that's doing a monstrous business is the Masters of the Universe line, taken from the television cartoon. The kids pit the heroic warriors, Teela, He-Man, and Ram-Man, against the evil warriors, Beast-Man, Skeletor, and Faker. And this is another set of toys doing extremely well at this Scranton toy store.
The toys that you see in this corral here, the cars and the tractors, range in price anywhere from $20 to $100. But it seems that the Santa Clauses who are shopping in this toy store are not paying much attention to the price tags this year. Kathy Bellich, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Oh, poor little fella. No one should spend Christmas alone. Merry Christmas, little fella.
Good friends and joyful spirits joining together make it a great day.
It's gonna be a great day.
Merry Christmas from Kellogg's.
Because Christmas is your family's special time and you want everything at its best, give a gift you'll be proud to give. An appealing 10 by 13 wall display size portrait of someone very special from Sears Portrait Studio. Right now, you can get a package of 14 gift portraits, including the wall portrait, for $19.95. But hurry, December 11th is the last day to get Sears portraits taken in time for Christmas gifts. Trust Sears Portrait Studio for your Christmas portrait.
Only from Atari. Made especially for systems from Atari. The video game that lets you help E.T. get home. Just in time for Christmas. Happy holidays from Atari.
There are games in it, dolls in it, wall-to-wall savings to fit your list. Presents from Venture, that's giving with style. Venture's the one stop for most wanted toys. To light up the eyes of good girls and boys. See what's been asked for. You'll have a ball with most wanted toys. Venture's the place with them all. Come on in, you'll go home with a smile. Save at Venture, yeah, save with style.
Disc photography by Kodak. It's changing the way people take pictures.
Picture
a brand new world.
The Kodak disc camera advances the film automatically, so you can get the pictures you may have missed before. And it knows when to flash, and can flash again in 1 1/3 seconds. All you do is push one button. The Kodak Disc 4000 camera. Bet you know someone who'd love one.
Picture a brand new world.
It's a world of celebration, of stockings hung in expectation, of winking lights and wintry wonderlands. M&M's go with the season, moms and Santas know the reason. M&M's melt in your mouth, not in your hand. All the world loves M&M's, they're a world of pure milk chocolate joy. All the world loves M&M's, they're neat to eat, fun to share, a part of Christmas everywhere. They go hand in hand with fun for everyone. All the world loves M&M's, they're a world of pure milk chocolate joy. All the world loves M&M's, they go hand in hand with fun for everyone.
M&M's chocolate candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
This is the Sky Talker walkie-talkie.
According to a consumer advocacy group, this is one of the best toys you can buy your child for Christmas. The reason? It's one of the safest. Then there's the infamous Cabbage Patch doll, which consumer agencies say is also safe for children, even if buying one seems hazardous to adults. According to consumer groups, many toys on the market are safe, but some are outright dangerous.
What can happen is these bikes can fall back, hit a kid in the face, or if it's something like the Garfield toy, the kid will want to press on the back of the toy, and the toy can then flip back like that. These are extremely unstable.
Have you considered the safety of any toys? Is that a...
Definitely.
Yeah. A lot of adults say safety is important to them, and that's why they're shopping around for sanctioned toys like this Lights Alive set, which has no sharp edges or small pieces for children to swallow. But to some people, product safety just isn't all that important. For them, dealing with Santa is tough enough. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Dixon City.
Special Christmas gifts from Radio Shack.
I needed help finding my husband's gifts, so I went to Radio Shack's Christmas electronic sale. I got him their Nova 5 two-way hi-fi speakers at half price, just $39.95 each. A realistic 40-channel CB, only $77, and a deluxe 4-key memory calculator, only $11.95. You know, Radio Shack's helpful salespeople made it easy to find his gifts.
A super Christmas electronics sale, only at Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
Exquisite fragrance for a man. Here, you'll love it. He'll hate it. He'll hate it. He'll hate it. It's perfumey.
This Christmas, give him what he really wants. Clean, fresh Old Spice. America's favorite, with the classic masculine scent men love, as much as their women.
Old Spice. I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
I love it.
And I love you.
This Christmas, give him Old Spice. And if he likes the scent of leather, give him Old Spice leather.
Mom, how do you know who to send Christmas cards to?
Well, there's the people you love.
My grandma.
My grandma. And there's friends that you miss.
How about new friends?
Sure. That's especially nice.
I have someone I want to send a Christmas card to, okay?
Okay.
This Christmas, the people you love would love to hear from you. Don't forget them. Give Hallmark Christmas cards when you care enough to send the very best.
The night before Christmas, an Oreo cookie's waiting for a special guest.
I'll just take a little rest.
Ho, 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 who's that kid with the Oreo cookies? Eating all the luscious chocolate, licking all the creamy middles, dunking all the crunchy cookies like he did when he was little. It's so hard to hide the kid inside with Christmas and O-R-E-O. Biscuit.
Friday, join the kids from The Cosby Show, Punky Brewster, Silver Spoons, and Gimme a Break on an all-new holiday treat when Andy Williams and the NBC kids search for Santa. Then, Mr. T, Emmanuel Lewis, and Ty Babylonia and Randy Gardner bring holiday cheer in A Christmas Dream. Friday.
Down at Fraggle Rock, they're celebrating the Festival of the Bells.
Let the festival begin!
But what's this? A non-believer?
Have you ever seen the Great Bell?
Not with my eyes.
Well then, how do you know it really exists?
What will it take to convince Gobo?
So alive!
Will he let his fellow Fraggles freeze?
I wonder what it's like being able to feel your hands and feet.
Find out when HBO rings the bells of Fraggle Rock. Monday.
It's the biggest star-studded holiday event of the year, the 1985 Hollywood Christmas Parade. It's the most exciting ever, with bands, floats, and the biggest lineup of your favorite stars, including this year's Grand Marshal, William Shatner. A celebration for the whole family, including a visit from Santa Claus. Ring in the holiday season with the 1985 Hollywood Christmas Parade. A holiday special Tuesday at 10 on TV 29.
Monday, it's an all-new Little House movie, a 2-hour Christmas special. Will the holidays bring tragedy when Laura's baby is kidnapped?
Why did you leave her?
Bless all the dear children, Monday.
Sunday, Punky Brewster gets into the holiday spirit.
I can't wait till Christmas. I wish it was today.
So will her Christmas wish come true? It's a special hour of Punky Brewster Sunday.
Hey, everybody, it's snowing.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Christmas.
yeah. Look at that.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
beautiful.
You know, Christmas is sort of neat. I mean, just the 5 of us hanging out in a nice warm house, kind of getting into the spirit. Mike?
to answer 2 questions. First, are you 21 years old?
No, but I will be tomorrow.
Second, are you married?
No, but I will be tomorrow.
That's good enough for me.
For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, Ozzy, we're all in a hurry. Used to love and call him name. They never let go Rudolph. Jordan and the crazy game.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everyone's asleep.
Shh, I know how to wake 'em up. Come
Oh, you're home.
Happy holidays from Folgers.
Al's in a 1-hour special. When the Tanners lose Al, he makes some new friends to get back home. It's Al's special Christmas. Then, Philip Michael Thomas hosts an all-new Motown Merry Christmas with the Pointer Sisters, the Temptations, and many more in Motown's Merry Christmas, a night of specials Monday.
What's the hottest gift for men this year?
The minute I saw it, it was like, this is perfect for Steve. My brother's gonna freak when he sees I got it for him.
It's a hilarious video cassette, the very best of the football follies. 44 minutes of some of the all-time craziest football bloopers ever.
He can watch that kind of stuff over and over again. The bloopers, the fumbles, he really likes it.
And best of all, you get it free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Call their toll-free Christmas hotline now and get 55 issues of SI at a low Christmas sale price, over 55% off the cover price.
Easiest Christmas shopping I've ever done.
Your gift includes exclusive previews and exciting issues, like a 25th anniversary swimsuit issue.
I'd love to get SI this Christmas, and I hope my girlfriend Kelly is watching. It's the perfect gift for any man.
There's even a card for under the tree, all for just 99 cents per issue. You won't be billed till next year, and get the videotape free. Call 1-800-621-8800.
You won't see this, Billy. Well, honey, Merry Christmas.
From 1969 to 1989.
From generation to generation. From one friend to another. And from all of us on the Wonder Years. Happy holidays!
Let's play TV trivia.
Perfect.
Can you name the TV family America fell for 20 years ago?
Can I skip this question and go right to the bonus round?
Can you name these 3 TV kids?
Dopey, happy, and bashful.
What TV bunch is coming home for the holidays?
It's a secret.
It's a very Brady Christmas. Friday.
Hold the end of your string up, Joey. Joey, we're never going to get this done if you keep on eating the Kix.
Kix is a cereal that's low in sugar with a corn crunch that kids like. Kix also makes a great decoration.
So, how's it look? Delicious.
Kix, kid tested, mother approved.
Come on, everyone, it's time. Hello, I'm Orville Redenbacher. This is my favorite time of the year, when we Redenbachers get together to share the best of the season. Of course, we pop up plenty of my light and fluffy gourmet popping corn and my gourmet microwave popping corn. Ready? You'll say they're the season's best, or I'm not.
Redenbacher.
Great grandpa to you. May your holiday be the best there is.
Merry Christmas, each and every one. Merry Christmas, Daddy. Oh, girls, this is the best Christmas present ever. God bless this one and all.
Thanks for coming to my Christmas special.
Bye, Pee-wee. Merry Christmas. Hey, Pee-wee, what about that special wish?
My wish is that there's peace on earth and that everybody has the very merriest of Christmases and a happy new year.
ho, ho. Whee! Merry Christmas, everyone!
I probably should turn my microphone on. Okay. I've already smoked a shit ton of weed this afternoon, so I do apologize. Off to a false start there. Sorry, guys. I've been running around all day long. Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. I said weed and froze. Oh no. Oh, hi guys, how's it going? So anyway, my name is Natalie. This is my so-called Gen X life. I usually do a Friday night live stream, but this week I decided to go live on Christmas night. Thought we'd hang out a little bit. I want to hear about what you guys got for Christmas. I want to hear about what you guys ate today and what you had going on. And then, just kind of hang out, maybe watch some videos. I'm kind of like putting Christmas to bed in this video, in this live stream, and like I'm going to move on. Like I'm kind of done with it. But Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, hanging out. Yes, Christmas weed. Tonight I am smoking, let's see. I still have what I had from last week. I have the Dole Whip and the watermelon from it's MFKN, so I don't know what that really stands for, but it's not bad. Not bad. Okay. So you all have a good day? Uh-oh, Dan had an edible today, messed him up. It happens. Oh, let me take the banner off here. And banner. Hide. I'm still learning StreamYard. Guys, I told you I've smoked a lot already. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Zigzagman, $5. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me tonight. This is just going to be like a chill live stream. We're going to hang out, like just talk about whatever. I have nothing planned. This was just a kind of wrap up. And then next, I'm going to take a few days off from making some videos, and but I will be here for Christmas, New Year's Eve live stream. So I will do a New Year's Eve live stream, and then at the following week I'll go back to doing my regular Fridays and moving forward. So tonight, not tomorrow, and then next Wednesday. So if you guys got nothing going on New Year's Eve, I don't like to go out on New Year's Eve anymore. I did in my 20s. That was fun, but I'm not into going out. So if y'all want to hang out with me on New Year's Eve, I will be here. It's going to be like a little Y2K themed. We're going to watch some old stuff from Y2K that year. Because that was so funny. Oh, anyway. Oh, yeah, I know. Can you believe Adam the Woo passed away? It's so sad. And it's so just so unexpected. He was so young. He was 51. I was thinking about putting together a little video for the end of the year of the Gen Xers that we lost, kind of in memoriam this year. But it's just so sad. It's just so sad. Adam was like the godfather of the daily vlog. And he was one of the YouTubers that really inspired me to start this channel. And, there was a handful of people that I watched. He was one of the first people I ever subscribed to. And, he was kind of like a Mr. Rogers type in a way. He was kind of silly and goofy, but kind of like your big brother. Adam was great. Are you getting a delay? That's not good. Yeah, rest in peace, Adam the Woo. I swear, I've been thinking about getting Starlink for my internet connection. Does anybody have Starlink? And if so, can I get a review? You like the idea for Remembrance of Gen Xers passing? All right, I'll look and see if I can put something together for the end of the year. I think that's fair. I think that'd be a good thing. Yeah, it's the Adam thing is really, really sad. 1 second delay at most. Okay. I still need to I feel like I need to make my internet better for my live streams. I'm in a very rural area and I have Spectrum. So, and I have the best, Spectrum pack, like the high speeds or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if I should go with, especially since I am rural, I don't know if Starlink would be a better choice. So I don't know. Spectrum is not the greatest. Spectrum is the only option in our area, or unless you do AT&T, but it's all the same. I mean, it's all the same stuff pretty much, right? Adam the Woo was a YouTuber. He was one of like the OG YouTubers. Like he started his channel in like 2009, 2010. He was like in his mid 30s and he hated his job. And he was living in his apartment. He hated his job. He was broke. He was just unhappy with life. And so he decided to quit his job and take every dollar he had and he bought a van and he started driving around the country. In a band he called Large March. He was a big fan of Pee Wee Herman and Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and he was a big Back to the Future fan as well. But he back in like 2009, 2010, he started driving around the country and recording. He made a video every day, like a daily vlog, and he was one of the first people to really do that. He never missed a day. And he would just drive around the country and visit random places, and he's been doing it for since 2009 or so. So his name's Adam. He's Adam the Woo, and in the YouTube community, he was a very well respected guy. He was just kind of somebody that you'd pop on every morning because he had a video every day, and just to see what Adam was up to. He was a big Disney guy. He liked to go to Disney parks and that kind of a thing, and so he did a lot of that. But I loved he went to all 50 states and did videos and all the different random roadside attractions and kinds of things. So anyways, yeah, like a Charles Corral on the road kind of a thing. That's a great analogy, Rebecca. I like that. Perfect. Yeah, like his videos could have absolutely been on CBS Sunday Morning. Perfect. Yeah, godfather of vlogging. Absolutely. So anyway, over 3,000 daily vlogs, then skipped a couple days and resumed unnumbered daily vlogs. Yeah, like just it was incredible. Like he posted every day. I mean, it's hard enough for me. I mean, again, we did it very different types of content, but I can't imagine posting every day. And his videos were like, 15, 20, sometimes 30, 40 minutes long, and every day. And so you just like hung out with him and as he traveled around the country. So anyways, yes, California Huell-Hauser. That's another great. Yeah. Huell-Hauser, Charles Corral of the internet for the last 15 years. Great way of putting it. Yeah, we have lost a lot. So I will put together a Gen X remembrance video for the end of the year. Something simple, but just to kind of, just a remembrance. So anyways, okay. I have saved up so much stuff over the last few weeks on my, like in my YouTube saved videos and my X feed and my Facebook feed. Like I always save stuff when I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling really. The point of when I scroll through social media or even on YouTube is to find stuff to share on my live streams because my algorithm, obviously, because of what I do and because the research of what I do to make my videos, my algorithm is so 80s and 90s focused. Like I get some of the craziest stuff that they push into my algorithm, and I'm like, people need to see some of this. I wonder how many people have this kind of stuff in their algorithm. So I'm going to pull up some of the videos that I've had saved, and we're just gonna watch some stuff. It's probably I'm not gonna lie, I am in a 70s, 80s game show era right now. Right now I am just binging Classic Concentration like it's my job. In some ways it kind of is, which is kind of neat, but not really. But I'm obsessed with all of the 80s cars that are on the show, so there's probably going to be some Classic Concentration. How about some nice Christmas music? I think I'm gonna skip the Christmas music. I'm kind of transitioning into post-Christmas Natalie at this point. Let's see. Let me pull up some videos. What have I got saved for y'all? Because I'll save it and I won't watch it, right? Like it'll just be an interesting video title. I might watch the first 30 seconds and be like, oh, I'm just going to save it and watch it with my people. So, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it can be really great. Sometimes it can be like, ooh. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Yeah, Fremantle. Okay, we love Fremantle. But the good thing is that, and I've discovered this in the last couple of weeks because I like to watch game shows on the live stream. That there's like some of the old pilots and stuff, the unaired pilots. They don't give me any trouble with those. It's really random. I had to cut the Burger King commercial out of my Christmas video that had Sarah Michelle Gellar and Leah Thompson and Elizabeth Shue in it that sang "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." I had to cut that out of my video because some music group claimed copyright on "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." It's random what they claim and what they don't. Yeah, I love unaired pilots too. Let's see. Let's get no more Christmas stuff. I have a lot of Christmas stuff saved for next year. Oh, okay. Yes. This is a game show. We're not going to get in trouble for it, but it's kind of fun because it's a game show from the 80s and it's a celebrity edition, but it's child star edition. So we're going to see a lot of Gen Xer, like child star 80s kids on a game show. I hope that, I love Scrabble with Chuck Woolery as well. I made a video, my 25 favorite 80s game shows. It's one of my earlier videos when I first started my channel. My game show content, I've done like 3 or 4 videos about game shows, and my game show content doesn't really get the views, but it's kind of, I guess, more niche than, just general 80s TV or movies or whatever. So, but I am obsessed with 80s game shows. So going to Japan, Lisa, that's so cool. Fantastic. Oh, Gong Show. Okay. All right. This is the game. Do you guys remember the game show Hot Potato? It was only on for like a couple of years in the mid 80s. But I loved this game. And basically it's like you get teams of 3 and then they give you a topic and there's like 8 right answers that fit into this topic. And your teams have to come up with all the right answers. It's a very simple game show. But anyway, this is called Hot Potato. This is 80s Child Star Week. And it's going to be fun to watch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the celebs and commercials vid is your best performing. No, it's actually not. My best performing video is one called, very special episodes that traumatized 80s kids. I think it's around 2 million views. That's my best performing video. Then my second best performing is one that just hit 1 million, and that is the 25 80s commercials 25 commercials that 80s kids know by heart. That just hit 1 million. And then I have another very special episode video that's around 1 million as well. So those are my top 3 videos that I've done so far. So thank you guys so much for watching. All right. Hot potato. Yep. Answer or toss the hot potato to your opponent. That is correct. All right. So we're going to watch some celebrity hot potato. This is on the channel, The Game Show Vault. They only have 31,000 subscribers. So if you're a game show nerd like me, check out The Game Show Vault. They have some really great stuff.
This is Hot Potato Show A91, tape date 5/16/84 for air 5/28/84. This is day one of our Celebrity Hot Potato Tournament, where these TV teen celebrities...
Hi, I'm Kim Fields. Hi, I'm Missy Gold. Hi, I'm Dana Hill, and we are the Gals.
will confront these TV teen celebrities.
Hi, I'm Phil McKeon.
And I'm Peter Billingsley.
I'm Matt Labrato, and we're the Gals.
They will all play Celebrity Hot Potato.
It makes sense to watch this today with Peter Billingsley in it, right? It kind of, I know the hair. It's all great. So we'll go through who everybody is as they talk.
And here to toss the hot
So
potato is Bill Cullen.
what a charming. This was hosted by Bill Cullen, who hosted quite a few game shows from like the 50s through the 80s. He was even on a panel of like What's My Line in the 50s and 60s. So he was one of those old school, like early TV game show hosts that lasted into the 80s. Yeah, Albert Ingalls is on here. So yeah, we'll go through everybody.
With young people we have with us today here on Hot Potato. Welcome all.
Thank you.
All of you are teenagers. I guess that's a fair assumption, is it not? Teenagers,
right.
And you're all in showbiz, famous in your own right, and you're going to play for your favorite charities here today, huh?
Right, yes.
Let's say hello to Kim Fields. Kim appearing in The Facts of Life, correct?
Right.
Happy to have you.
Of course, we all know Kim Fields. We all know Tootie. I'm sure she was many people's first crush.
Hey, Kim.
Thank you very much.
Missy Gold. Missy, what's your show?
Benson.
Benson. Yes. And Dana Hill.
Now, Missy Gold, of course, is Tracy Gold, who played Carol on Growing Pains. That's Tracy Gold's sister. I think Tracy's the oldest, and Missy's like a year and a half younger, or maybe I have that switched. I can't remember. But back in the 80s, the Gold sisters were, I think they had a third sister that was also an actress as well, but they were pretty big. They each had a sitcom. So, yeah.
My goodness, you've been in Shoot the Moon, a marvelous movie in which I saw you, and you did very well.
And then we got Dana Hill, who, wow, she was in all kinds of things. She was one of those like Christy McNichol that was just in like all of these things in the late 70s and early 80s.
Member of the Wedding, things like that. Got other credits. I'll save those for a little while. Say hello to Philip McKeon. Tell us about your show, Phil.
Oh, the Alice Show. We've been doing it for a while, and we're going to go back to the diner again.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Okay, so that's Philip McKeon. He was on the TV show Alice. He played Alice's son. He's also the older brother of Nancy McKeon, who played Joe on The Facts of Life.
As long as it keeps going, stick with it,
Hopefully.
Phil. This young gentleman here is Mr. Peter Billingsley, I believe. How do you do, Peter?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
You're very welcome. What's your
yeah, Dana Hill was the second Audrey as well. That's probably what she's most known for, I would guess. Do you think that would be the case, that she's most known for European Vacation? And of course, Peter Billingsley, who we know as Ralphie.
Facts of Life.
No.
What are you?
Real people. She's on the Facts of Life.
But you are real people, is that right, Peter?
Yes, I am.
I'm very happy because I don't meet many real people in this business. Matt Labrato. Hi, Matt.
Hi, how are you?
What's your show?
My show is Whiz Kids.
Okay, we'll talk about your
So that's Matt Labrato. I think most of us know him as Albert Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. He's also on Whiz Kids after Little House as well. Another child actor that left the business after, once he got a little bit older. But yeah, love me some Albert Ingalls.
It is a little later on, but now if you're all ready to start, we'll play some games. Shall we just?
Yeah.
Everybody listen to this first question. Now, Kim, I will be back to begin with you, but the question most likely will pertain to all of you. What one food do you really like? Now, what we did, we asked people all the way across America. We said, what food turns you on? And we have a list of the top 9.
Sorry, did he just ask a group of teenagers what food turns you on? Obviously, it's a poll. Like the question that he's going to have is from a poll, and they take the top 8 answers from the poll, and they have to guess what answers. But that was really weird. That was really weird.
exciting foods or types of foods. We want you, one at a time, to name 7. So beginning with you, Kim, do you want to name one of those foods, or do you want to challenge one of your opponents?
I'll name one.
Hit me with one, please, Kim.
Pizza.
Pizza is an answer. It is correct. We have one right. Pizza is the number 3, and that, by the way, includes Italian food as a whole. So that takes care of Italian food. Now, that is the number 3 answer. Doesn't necessarily take care of it, but it does for our purposes. Missy Gold, do you want?
My bet is that Peter was 13, 14 tops, which technically makes him a teenager, but yeah, he looks insanely young. Because this is 1984, so this is right after A Christmas Story. And I think he was born in like 1970 or so. Let's find out. You know what? I have this magic box right here that I can ask, and it will tell me exactly what I need to know. He was born in 1971, so he was 13 years old. So barely.
An answer or challenge one of the guys?
I think I'm going to answer.
Okay, Missy.
I'll try. Hamburgers.
Hamburgers is... Missy, I'm sorry, it's wrong. If you will kindly go.
What? You asked a bunch of Americans about foods that make them excited, and nobody said hamburgers or cheeseburgers? That's weird. That's really weird. I don't even know. How would you even answer this question? This is a bizarre question.
Back and make yourself comfortable on the bench. Soon as it comes to.
Good answer.
Bye, Missy. See you around. You'll be back before long. Hamburger was the wrong answer. We move over to the guys, and that's you, Philip. You want to answer one or challenge one of your opponents?
I'll answer. I'll say ice cream.
Ice cream is the right answer. We have 2 right on board. Peter Billings.
So they said pizza was like all Italian food. They said that was just like, so all pasta and everything is just lumped into one, I guess. So I'm not quite sure how you would. I'm so confused. Steak? Yeah. I'm not quite sure. Hot dogs and tacos? Yeah.
Of real people, your choice now, Peter. What do you want to do?
I'd like to answer, please.
You may.
How about some French fries?
French fries is... Peter, I'm sorry, that too is wrong. If you would go back.
Excuse me, Bill. Excuse me. We'll accept that answer for all vegetables.
The judge has decided to take French fries to vegetables.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you see what just happened? They broke in and said, French fries. We'll accept that answer for vegetables. All vegetables. We're gonna roll that back. We're gonna roll that back. I'm sorry. Amazing.
I'll answer. I'll say ice cream.
A little too far ahead here.
Peter Billingsley of Real People, your choice now, Peter. What do you want to do?
I'd like to answer, please.
You may.
How about some French fries?
French fries is... Peter, I'm sorry, that too is wrong. If you would go back.
Excuse me, Bill. Excuse me. We'll accept that answer for all vegetables.
The judge has decided to take French fries to vegetables.
Male chauvinistic pig. No, we cannot accept. No.
Is this a bit? Is this a written bit? This seems like a written bit. Am I wrong?
Male chauvinistic pig. No, we cannot accept. No. Vegetable who died and made this guy judge here.
Hey.
Okay, let's talk about this. Wait a minute, vegetable for potatoes.
That guy who is in
fried,
charge.
600 calories.
Let me tell you something.
Serving. You're calling that a vegetable?
Let me tell you.
Let's get serious here.
That judge is really a girl with a low voice, so don't knock it. Anyway, that is the right answer. The judge's word is final. So now we move along to you, Matt. What do you say?
I feel like there's a t-shirt in there somewhere, or a saying, or a slogan of some kind about French fries, will be all vegetables. Yeah, that's got to be a bit.
How about fish?
Fish is, believe it or not, that's right. I don't understand.
Seafood. So, okay, so we got Italian food, we got seafood, we got pizza, vegetables. Yep, that's Albert.
Now we're getting... Kim, would you move down one spot to where you were, please? We leave an empty space here. And Kim, it is your shot now. What do you want to do? No, it's not your shot. We stay with the guys. But stay there anyway, Kim, because we don't like that empty space.
That's okay, because I'm going to challenge Kim anyway.
You are?
Yeah.
Your challenge, Kim, you got that chauvinist judge back there. The challenge is yours. What's your answer?
Junk food.
Junk food is more information, more specific.
Pardon me?
More specific.
Candy bars.
Candy bars. What do you say to that, Judge? Judge says wrong. Sorry about that. Kim, and if you will go and join your friend Missy
This
back
judge
there.
really
You guys have been doing one super job. Dana.
I'm just really baffled by this. This is a terrible, terrible question. This is probably the worst question I've ever seen on an episode of Hot Potato. That's all I'm saying. And I get that they probably dumb it down even more for when the celebrities are on, you know, like they did for Celebrity Jeopardy. But but this is the stupidest question. It almost makes me feel like this is all written.
Dana doesn't like the judge.
I'm not getting much support, girls. This is Dana.
Okay, now what do you want to do, Peter?
I'd like to challenge.
Think you would,
huh?
Now, Dana, it's up to you for the honor of your team. If you miss this, you lose round one.
Okay, no pressure at all.
None.
I'll say popcorn.
Popcorn. A wrong answer. Guys
All right, now Bill's going to tell us all of the correct answers that were on the list. I'm interested to hear what's going to be.
Okay. Let me know. Guys have won round number one.
I was watching an episode of The Dating Game from the 80s the other day, and I swore it was written. I swore it was scripted. I might have even saved it to show to you guys to ask if you would think it's scripted, because, like, my goodness, it just feels so. It just doesn't feel random in any ways.
Let me tell you some of the other answers we could have accepted. Chicken was one of them. Chocolate was another. Fruit, all fruit was another. Mexican food was another. And steak number 2. Our poll didn't mention it. See, these were real people who were polled. It's one round for the guys, zip for the girls, and we'll be back to the minute.
Yeah.
One round for the guys. The gals team hasn't won anything yet. We're going to begin with you this time, Philip.
All right.
So hang in there while I read the question for everybody.
Hopefully, let's hope we get a better question in round 2. It's a best of 3, and then they go, and then whoever wins the best of 3 here, they go to a final round to try to win some, like, $5,000 or something like that. Yeah, candy bar chocolate. That was a little rough. The judge was a little harsh on them, and then gave French fries as vegetables. I can understand the being upset with the judge over those calls. You know, believe me, I understand. I've had umpires and judges ruin my enjoyment from, a few times in my life.
For everybody. If the funny pages happen to be the first thing you turn to when you open the newspaper, you shouldn't have any trouble with this section. We have the list of the 9 comic strips which appear in the most daily.
Payday would be the only one I could think of. I love Paydays, which is the only reason I could come up with that. But there's not many. Damn patriarchy. This was all set up and staged. But still, it's a good time.
First thing you turn to when.
All right, let's get a second question. Sorry.
Guys, the gals team hasn't won anything yet. We're going to begin with you this time, Philip.
All right.
So hang in there while I read the question for everybody. If the funny pages happen to be the first thing you turn to when you open the newspaper, you shouldn't have any trouble with this section. We have the list of the 9 comic strips which appear in the most daily newspapers. The 9 comic strips which appear in the most daily newspapers. We need 7. And Philip, we're going to begin with you. Name one or challenge an opponent.
I'm going to say peanuts.
Peanuts, he says. Right answer. We have one right. Peter Billingsley, sir.
Mr. Dagwood?
Dagwood is another right answer. Blondie, you know.
Man, so we got to think 80s comics. So you got Calvin and Hobbes, Peanuts, yeah. Family Circus, I think possibly Beetle Bailey. There was like Family Circle, Far Side, Kathy, For Better or Worse. These are all good ones. Garfield wasn't a Garfield a newspaper comic?
That's in Blondie. He's Blondie's husband, and that's the number one. That's the number one in circulation. Matt, how about you?
How about Heathcliff?
Heathcliff is an answer. That's a wrong answer. I'm sorry about that. It is not. Well, for the first time, you get a chance back there, Matt, to try the bench. Would you do that, please, for? There you are, gals. Back to you now. Comic strips is the subject. And Kim, it's your turn.
How about Broomhilda?
Broomhilda is a wrong answer, too. I'm sorry about that. So, Kim, if you will go take your seat. I do not have these answers on my cards. I get little right or wrong.
Popeye would probably be Doonesbury.
Indications as time comes up. Philip, back to you again. You can name one, or you can challenge one of the gals.
I'm going to say Mama.
Mama? Wrong answer, Philip. Back up there. And Peter, you're all by yourself.
Oh, great.
Now we're going over there now. We'll see.
good.
Yeah, they got the whole thing.
girls.
We're going to
Come on,
Missy.
girls.
Missy, we only have 2 right answers up there. You have one opponent. What do you want to do?
Oh gosh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and answer one.
Okay, if you think you have one, you please do.
Garfield?
Garfield, right answer. We have one right now. There we go. Gals,
I would Peanuts and Family Circus have got to be on the list in the 80s.
Gals have control now, and Dana, it's up to you. You have one opponent. By knocking him out, you can win the round. Or if you have an answer you're sure of, you can do that.
And how many do we have right?
You got 3 so far. Need 4.
Wow. Peter, you're so young. You probably read the comic strips crazily. But I don't. So I think I'm going to have to challenge you.
Well, Peter, you heard what Missy said. If you come up with the right answer, your team gains control. If you miss, your team loses the round. Good luck, Peter. What's your answer?
I can't think of any. I'm just trying to think
Give
of
you
one.
5 more seconds.
Okay.
And
I can't
that's
think of
it.
one.
And the gals have
Or maybe it's not quite as scripted as I thought. I still think there's a little bit of a script. All right, let's find out what was on the list here.
I don't know why. I thought you'd go flying through
Was
that one.
Andy Cap one of them?
Here's the ones that haven't been given. BC, Beetle Bailey, Family Circus, Hagar the Horrible,
Oh, I knew that.
High and Lois, and the Wizard of Id.
With
They were the ones.
High and Lois, Family Circus. Yep.
Okay, we're all tied up here with 1 round apiece. We'll be back with a round which will decide the game. Right now, wait for you. Hang on there. Well, we are all tied up here with 1 round apiece, and here comes the round that will break the tie.
Yep. Whoever wins this one will go to the final round. Thank you all for watching Hot Potato with me. I'm trying to see what you got. Lockhorns, Hagar, Tumbleweeds. The Cavalry Forts. I honestly don't. I was never really truly into the comic strips. Not too much. Like, you know, I'd catch a occasional Family Circus, but I do love the Far Side. The Far Side has always been kind of like me and my mom's thing. There's a couple that are just so legendary. Oh, well, thanks for joining me, Gemini Gypsy. I super appreciate it. Yes, please hit the like. Please, please, please. I would super appreciate it. I'm going to take the next few days to really detail plan out my next year. Because I wanted to kind of, guys, I know this is kind of crazy, but it's looking like, and I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it looks like 2026 could be the year that I might get a silver play button. If that happens, I feel like I got to up my game a little bit and get my shit together and not just randomly post videos whenever I get them done. I feel like I should put a little structure to my channel. But yeah, so I don't know. I never thought this was going to be a full-time gig. So I've got to really, I got to be grown. I got to be a professional. Woo! So so I'm really I really want to take the next week or two and really, put some thought and some purpose and some intention into what I'm going to do this year instead of just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Cause I always talk about my big board of ideas. I have, anytime I think of something like a possible video topic, I'll write it on my whiteboard, and it's covered with so much stuff right now. Like there's no rhyme or reason to anything. So I think I need to get a little bit more intentional. So yay. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Yes, I do. I love what I do. Like, it's a blast. Absolute blast. Okay. All right. Let's see who wins this. And thank you guys so much for subscribing and for watching my videos and for the super chats and the memberships. I just, it's been really great to have such support and to be able to do this, as a career, as a job. So there's not many YouTubers that are in the 40, 50, 60 range, like Gen Xers. There's not a ton of us, I don't feel like. I mean, there are many out there, but I can't imagine, like, if you would have told 14-year-old me, oh, Chief, really $10 to help with the bigger idea board. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you would have told 14-year-old me that I could make videos and show them to millions of people out of my living room or out of my storage room or whatever, it's the craziest shit. So thank you all so very, very, very much. Oh, well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that very, very much. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to really, the way I do things, I'm really trying to be the top nostalgia. If anybody's looking for content from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, I'm trying to be that person, and that's cool that when, you're watching an 80s game show and then I pop up, that's awesome. I'm glad you're joining me. So, oh, thank you. It's my dream job too, to be honest. I don't know how I would explain YouTube to 14-year-old me. I was 14 in 1991, and my high school had a television station. The local cable company donated $100,000 to my high school and all of their old equipment because they were upgrading to new stuff. And they put a little a student run television station at my high school. And that was my freshman year. And so I helped kind of build that channel and build our little high school TV station. And so I've always, wanted to work in television or on camera or behind the camera. Even on camera's never really been my, I've got to do it. But I just like the production of television and videos and that kind of art. So, I always thought I would work in the television industry in some way. And I did in a few different ways for a long time. But I can't imagine, I don't even have the words to describe YouTube to my 14-year-old self. Oh, man. Crazy. Yeah, it was really cool. I still have videos from my high school, from my high school television station. Someday I'll show them to you guys. I have them on my, I have a channel called Natalie's VHS Vault where I just transfer, whenever I transfer any VHS tapes to digital, I'll post them on that channel. And it's just stuff I taped off of television or my old home videos. And there's a few videos on there that are from my high school television station. Oh, thank you, Gemini Gypsy. Yeah, I mean, we got internet in 92 or 93. There's only 8 lines in the whole town, and it was ran out of the high school, the main, how you connected to the internet. But yeah, the concept would not even have processed in my head. Oh God. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It would be impossible. I might show you one of my high school videos after we watch the end of Hot Potato here. I'll like show you a few seconds of it just so you can see what I looked like when I was 14.
And decide which team will get a chance to go for the $5,000 bonus. Kim, we'll start with you. First, we read the question for everybody. If you're looking for a chore to assign a child, this question may help. Davis Research asked a bunch of people, what is a good household chore to give a 10-year-old? A good household chore for a 10-year-old. We want
a good household chore for a 10-year-old. Whew. That's a tough one. Especially back in the 80s. I mean, yeah, vacuuming, that's a good one. Taking out the trash. I like it. I like cleaning up their rooms. I think that would be a good one. Maybe putting laundry away or helping with that kind of a thing.
the 7 simple assignments appropriate to offer 10-year-old offspring. Beginning with you, Kim, you can name one or you can challenge.
They look so dumbfounded. Guys, would you like a shot at this? Mr. McKeon himself.
Okay, Phil, what's a good household chore to give a 10-year-old?
Take out the garbage.
Take out garbage. Right answer. You gain control.
Taxes. I think that's a great answer.
That was
good.
That was a plan.
Boy. The guys were standing there intentionally looking dumbfounded. The trash, take out the trash is the number one answer, as a matter of fact.
Right.
I think you're right.
Peter,
I think you're right, but I think Gen X Xennials like have an obligation to step up as like we're the last ones to remember the before times. And I've talked about this many times. If we don't help bridge this and pass on some knowledge, like even the boomers, if we don't pass on something, like it is, oh God, we're getting, we're in Terminator land, guys.
Need 6 more right answers. You only have 2 opponents. This is the round for the game. What do you want to do?
I'd like to answer,
You may.
and I'll say to clean up his room.
Clean up the room. Right answer. 2 right ones on the board. That's number 3 right answer. That was a number 3 answer. What do you say, Matt?
How about sweep the floor?
Sweep the floor
think he's right.
is wrong, Matt. Back there to the bench, if you would, please. So
For the Matt Labrato was Albert on Little House on the Prairie, and his cousin, I think it's his cousin or maybe his brother, Patrick Labrato, played Andy Garvey on Little House on the Prairie, and then he grew up and was on I think JAG or NCIS, I think JAG. Anyways, my point is, so his brother or cousin or whatever, Patrick Labrato, has a podcast called The Labra Show, and it's all about 70s and 80s child stars. So if you are into that kind of a thing at all, it's a really interesting podcast. So like all these people here are on there now, and he's interviewing them. They talk about when they were, on the TV lots or movie lots in 70s and 80s. And, they all went to school together. They all knew each other. They all worked together. So it's a very interesting podcast if you're into stuff like that.
control passes to the gals, and we have 2 right answers. Missy, you were up. What do you want to do this time?
I guess I'll answer.
Okay, Missy.
Do the dishes.
Do the dishes. Right answer, Missy. That's the number 2 answer.
Number 2?
Number 2. And Dana, your turn.
Well, I didn't have one, but since you said set the dishes, I'll go along the same lines and say set the table.
Set the table is wrong.
Oh, I thought that was a good answer. I thought that was a really good answer. Trash, dishes, clean room. What else do we got? And then sweeping was wrong, right? And then setting the table was wrong. Vacuuming. Make your bed. That's a good one. Merry Christmas, Stewie Griffin. Rake leaves. Mow. Would you let a 10-year-old mow? I mean, I honestly, I don't know. Would you let a 10-year-old mow? Walk the dog. Yeah, take the dog out. That's a good one. Dusting is a good one.
Dana, I'm sorry. Back there enjoying Kim.
Sorry, miss. Oh
Guys,
my God.
congratulations. You have regained control. You have 1 opponent left over there. You can win by knocking her out or coming up with a 7th
No to
answer.
10?
We have 3
Okay,
answers.
okay.
Philip, what do you want to do?
I have to get 1 more answer?
No, we need 4 more right answers.
Oh, then I'll challenge.
Quick challenge. Missy, here it is.
Chris Baker, author, channel member. Thank you so much. $2 super chat. This was the last show for the great Bill Cullen. That's right. I don't think he was alive much longer after this, well, a couple of years maybe, because he was gone in the mid 80s. He was I would say he was probably in his late 60s, maybe even early 70s in this. I guess everybody, y'all mowed at 10. That's nice. Thank you, Chris.
If you come up with the right answer, you gain control. If you miss it, they win the round in the game.
Okay. How long do I have?
5 seconds.
That's kind of comforting.
Now you have 2. Go ahead, take 5.
Okay. I'll have to say
90. Okay. So 6 years instead of a couple. I was close. I didn't think he lasted until 90. I appreciate the fact check on me there, Robert. Sometimes I just think I know things. I'm just randomly spouting words.
2.
Time is up.
Oh, couldn't come up with anything like Peter couldn't in the last one. Yeah, Andy, we talked about Adam earlier in the stream. I agree. It's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, just so young. That's the thing. That's so sad.
Don't know, but I get the impression our group here hasn't, at least on the gal side, hasn't had to do many household chores. Well, here are the other ones. Here are the ones we give accepted. Dusting. That's right. You're out making a living, right? Dusting, making beds, vacuuming, and taking care of them. No, you clean up your room is pick up the junk around the room. Making bed is make the bed.
What was the last picture?
Yards of the lawn. Take care of the yard or the lawn, something like that. So, fellas, you did it. Congratulations.
All right.
And let me say, by winning this match, you've won $1,000 for your charities and a chance to add to that $5,000 more in our bonus game. And we're going to play our bonus game when we get back here in just a moment. Okay, and for your team, even though you didn't win, you have a $500 bonus. That will go along for your charities, and you'll get a chance to add to that when you next week. Back in just a moment for the big money. Right now, we got this break.
The final round is really weird. So they'll have a topic for it's not weird, but it's just it's kind of anticlimactic in a way. But they'll give you a topic and then 2 items to choose from, and you got to pick which item is part of that topic, if that makes any sense. Oh, did I push play? Here we go.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to name a movie, then we're going to show you 2 pictures, one up there on the left and one up there on the right. You have to tell me who starred, which one, left or right, starred in the Oscar-winning movie I mentioned, okay?
All right, so Oscar-winning movies, they're going to show you 2 pictures, and they got to pick which one starred in that movie that they're talking about.
Hey, understand that? Yeah. Now, you may confer when the problem is presented. You may confer. Philip, you are the captain. You will have to decide whether you want.
Yeah, this was at the same time. The exact same time. This was recorded. I think the date was at the beginning of the video. I think it was like May of '84, or maybe it was September of '84. It was somewhere around the same time.
Play or pass. You have 1 pass, which you may use.
Okay.
And then you give me the answer, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But be sure you confer with your teammates and let us hear your conference, okay?
All right.
The first one, the Oscar-winning movie we're talking about was On Golden Pond. Now we're going to show you 2 pictures. The first picture, it will be, there it is on your left, and the next picture is on your right. Have a conference if indeed you need it.
Which one do you think?
You guys remember On Golden Pond? That was the movie with Henry Fonda. So it'd be the guy on the left. I can't even tell you if I've actually seen all of On Golden Pond. That came out when I was like 3 or 4 years old. And I was like, later in life when I could have rented it or had the opportunity to watch it. I don't think I ever actually chose to do that.
I probably think it's the guy on the left. I don't know. We'll pick him.
The guy on the left.
Henry Fonda.
You're going to say guy on the left?
Yeah.
Henry Fonda is the right answer, and you have yourself $500. You going on? Taking all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Gentleman on the right was John Gielgud, a marvelous actor, but he did not appear in on Golden Pond. in On Golden Pond. That's interesting.
Okay.
Use them both. You got $500 now. You're going for $1,000. You want to go on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For $1,000 or nothing, gentlemen, the Oscar-winning movie is Patton. Patton. Did it star the gentleman on the left, or did it star the gentleman on the right? Have you?
Now, this should be a fairly easy one, but I don't want to be snotty about it. But Patton starred George C. Scott, so that would be the man on the left.
Self-conference.
George C. Scott on the left.
You say on the left, George C. Scott. On the right is Gregory Peck.
Yeah.
Scott is right. You have $1,000 and you're on your way.
Absolutely. Couldn't
Did you know it?
So now they can stop and take the $1,000 for their charity, or they can keep playing until they get like 4 or 5 in a row, and then they get the big prize, which I think is $5,000. Chris again, thank you. $5. It's a great movie. On Golden Pond. Photography of New Hampshire is beautiful. Henry Fonda also became good friends with Katharine Hepburn. They had never met. Really? That's interesting that they had never met. I'll put it on my list of movies to watch. And see if I wonder if it's on any streaming service. I hate that I even have to ask that. But I'll put that on my in my queue, if you will. Thank you. Yeah, those pics are hard to see. This is old school tech, so I know it's probably really hard to see, especially if you're watching on a phone or a smaller device. But 70% of my viewers watch on television, which I find very interesting. But no, I don't. Okay, interesting, yes, but it's very Gen X of us because all my viewers are Gen X. Like 90% are between the ages of 40 and 65. So like. I don't like to watch like really watch stuff on my phone or on a small device. I want to watch something on television. So, and I think that's a Gen X quality. Yeah. Oh, what we got here? Thank you, Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Why, thank you. Appreciate it, Matt. On Golden Pond is on Tubi and Pluto as well as Prime Video. Fantastic. Tubi and Pluto are really quite impressive apps. Well, especially when it comes to classic content. I don't watch anything. I don't watch anything new. Since about the last time I went to the movie theater was 2019 for Avengers Endgame. That was probably the only time I've been in the last 15 years. And so I don't watch new stuff, but there is a movie that came out today that I actually want to see. And I'm considering actually leaving my house and going to the theater to do it because I miss the movie theater, but I know the experience isn't the same as it used to be. But I want to see the new Hugh Jackman and Song Sung Blues, the new Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson movie about the Neil Diamond impersonator in that group. I know, I'm mad to even talk about going to the theater. We took our daughter to see David. It's worth it. Okay. Well, see, I know the movie is going to be great. My question is, should I actually leave the house and go see it in the theater, or should I just wait 3 or 4 weeks and watch it at home? You know, that whole vibe of movies from like the 90s and early aughts and going to the theater, and it's just not the same anymore, and it's expensive as hell, and I need a potty break usually halfway through. And I live in a really small town, so it's not like I have a nice multiplex to go to. Like our local theater has like 4 screens, and that thing was built when I was in high school, so it's 35 years old and hasn't been updated since. All right, let's see what they do here. Sorry, I'm yakking. I am going to show you all, if you haven't heard of Song Sung Blues, I am going to show you the trailer to that.
Okay. going on?
Keep going. It's like
Okay, I think you got this. You must watch a lot of movies, I'm sure.
We try.
Okay, now here's the movie. You're going now for $1,500 or nothing. The Oscar-winning movie was My Fair Lady. My Fair Lady was the person starring in it in the picture on your left or the picture on your right.
Are they going to know who Rex Harrison is? My Fair Lady. This is a tough one for 80s kids. I figured that they would show, are they just doing the male actors? Because I figured they'd show Audrey Hepburn. But Rex Harrison is on the right. That is correct.
About Oscar-winning movies.
I think maybe we better pass.
No, I think it's the guy on the right. I think why don't we go with the guy on the right, Pete? What do you think? You want to? Okay, we'll go with the guy on the right.
The guy on the right. The guy on the right is Rex Harrison. Guy on the left is Richard Burton. It was the guy on the right, Rex Harrison. He got $1,500.
Good job. Good job. My Fair Lady is your all-time favorite musical. It's a pretty great one. Who sang for Audrey in the movie? I think was it Marty Nixon that sang for Audrey in the movie? And Audrey was really mad about it because she had practiced and rehearsed so much. Yeah, I think Alice Kidd did watch a bunch of movies. He knows the shit. It was Marty Nixon that sang. Yeah, okay. Good deal. I thought that's what it was, but I just wanted to make sure. And you guys always know, which I love asking.
Sure, you got a pass. If you have trouble, you got one pass.
Oh, we have a pass, so we should keep going.
Sure.
She sang for Natalie Wood in West Side Story, and then she was also actually in The Sound of Music. She was one of the nuns. It's always Marty Nixon, right? I wonder how well she got paid for that. You know, I mean, it was an old studio system, right? So if she was she just a contract player? Like, I wonder how that went down.
Got to pass if you get the jam. Okay, the Oscar-winning movie was The Apartment. The Apartment. Now that's okay. You got to pass.
I love Julie Andrews.
Was the star the fellow on your left or the fellow on?
Oh wow, this is going to be a tough one for the kids here. Now they do have a pass, so they can pass one if they don't know it. But The Apartment was a 1960 movie starring Shirley MacLaine, and I believe it's Jack Lemmon. I think it's Jack Lemmon.
Now that's okay. You got to pass. Was the star the fellow on your left or the fellow on your right? If you know.
That's Walter Matthau there.
Yeah, do you know was he in the movie?
Yeah, so Walter Matthau's on the left, Jack Lemmon's on the right. I'm like 99.9% Jack Lemmon. Okay, good deal. The Apartment, it's actually a really, really good movie. I recommend that one if you like classic movies, classic films at all. The Apartment's pretty great.
That's a big help, Peter. So far.
And yes, so it's Lemmon on the right.
Oh, that's good. Now, if you're in doubt, use your pass.
We're gonna pass.
We've got to pass.
Okay.
Can we come
the
back
guy
to
on the
this?
left,
Pretty
no,
much,
you can't come
yes.
back to this. Once it's passed, you have to answer it.
Okay.
Peter was right in the sense that the guy on the left is Walter Matthau. However, he wasn't the star. The guy on the right, Jack Lemmon, was the star of that
We
one.
won't take our pass.
No,
It's not right.
now you're going for $2,000 or nothing. $2,000 or nothing. You have to answer this one because you used your pass. The movie was Lawrence of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia. Show us.
Lawrence of Arabia, British Beatlemania, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Who starred in Lawrence of Arabia? Was it Peter O'Toole? This one's going to be a rough one. This is back into this goes way back into the era where I'm not so good at my movie knowledge.
Pictures. On the left and on the right. Which one of these two?
On the rope.
I always get excited when I get things like that right. It's like my brain still works.
Yeah, Peter O'Toole, I think.
Man on the left.
We should go with the left. We'll go with Peter O'Toole.
On the left, you're taking Peter O'Toole.
Yeah.
On the right is Albert Finney. Peter O'Toole is right. You have
Chris Baker, $5. Thank you. Did anyone in Generation X actually watch The Waltons? The only time I ever watched that show was when I was at my grandmother's house. It was a family show. Yes, I watched The Waltons. Now, I didn't watch The Waltons as much as I watched Little House. A Little House on the Prairie was like my show. That's what I love to watch. Waltons for us was a family show, but it wasn't like an every week thing. But and we watched it at my grandparents' house as well. But it It was probably more of just because we still to this day, there's times when we tell each other good night, John boy, that kind of a thing. So it definitely had an impact. But and I would say the older Gen Xers would probably feel that way too. Those like the last wholesome like family dramas that were on television with like good moms and dads and that were together. It was a minute ago.
Okay, good luck. I hope you do it. You've used up your... Yes, Peter, you have a question.
Since we won and the girls got $500, if we lose, do we get some money?
If you lose, do you get...
Because they didn't win, but they got
$500 for not winning. What you...
Oh my God, this is too cute. It's like, if we lose, do we at least get something for the charity? Oh, that's adorable.
Want to know is, do you get anything for not winning?
Right.
That's a perfectly fair question. You get $1,000.
A what?
$1,000.
Oh, one grand. Oh, well, we might as well just go on.
He's adorable. I love this idea, Edward. That is fantastic. I will put it on the board. TV weddings are good. I like that. Walton's Mountain was supposed to be in either Virginia or West Virginia. Yes. The OG Virginia. Okay. And the Walton's house was on the Warner Ranch that just got torn down last year or so.
I can see no reason why you shouldn't go on.
Why not?
All right.
Your teammates...
$1,000 in the bag. So.
Peter might be the shortest, but he's the most persuasive.
Yeah, he's our businessman.
Right now, Matt says he's our business manager. Okay, guys, you're going for $5,000 or nothing. The Oscar-winning movie was The Deer Hunter. The Deer Hunter. Take a look at the picture on the left and take a look at the picture on the right. One of these two guys was in The Deer Hunter. Give me left or right for $5,000.
Guess.
I never saw The Deer Hunter.
Look, he looks like he has wings on his jacket.
Okay, but they did that. They did that to make us.
Which one was it? Was De Niro in The Deer Hunter? That's what I thought. I was thinking they were going to show Walken, right? Like Walken's in the like. Why am I blanking on the cast of this movie? De Niro, yeah. And then that's I love the actor on the left, and I've smoked too much weed to remember his name. It'll come to me in a second. Who's the guy on the left? Duvall. Holy mother of Jesus Christ. Okay, so yes, it was De Niro.
Oh, he was in the Great Santini, I think.
That's probably true. All I remember is the Russian roulette scene, so that's why I'm thinking Walken. Duvall. Yay! Boy, sometimes I wonder, it's like what's happening in my brain.
Who looks like he would play the Russian
Okay, well,
okay, right or left?
Left.
Oh.
I said the guy on the right.
I'm sorry.
No!
On the left is Robert Duvall. On the right was Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
He was the guy in The Deer Hunter, and you didn't win.
I got it wrong. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. So this wasn't as scripted as I thought it was. Interesting. That's kind of
$5,000. Yeah, now, the good part about it is you didn't win the $5,000, but we're still going to give you a $1,000 bonus for your charity.
That sucks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they looked excited to get it, and then they saw the pictures of the guys, and they're like, wait a second. And Deer Hunter came out in like 79, I think, 79 or 80. So it wasn't like it was a long time. They were asking him about, movies from years ago. And then they can't get this one right. That's interesting. Thank you so much for watching Hot Potato with me. Now I want to show you the trailer to Song Sung Blue. I want to watch this movie. Deer Hunter was 78. Okay. Well, I'm still 80 within 84. I mean, that's still 6 years. And, compared to the movies that they were asking about, like My Fair Lady and things, Oh. Well, it was money for charity. I think they were just excited about doing something and donating to charity. I could be wrong though. Okay, Song Sung Blue. I'm interested to see if you all are interested in seeing this. This is the first time in a long time that I've been interested in seeing a movie that's coming out. If you were in college in the 90s, as I was like Neil Diamond one of the greatest things ever? Because we freaking loved Neil Diamond music when I was in college. I mean, Sweet Caroline was like sung in the bar all the time. You know, you added the extras like they do at Fenway. But like, I freaking love Neil Diamond. Everywhere around the world, they come into America. So they form a duo and they call that's the Neil Diamond Impersonators, and they call themselves Lightning on a True Story. I don't know if I'd said that or not, but this is all 100% real, and apparently it's just an absolutely wild story. Like, I actually want to go see that movie. I know it's a crazy thing. It's been a long time since I've actually wanted to maybe even consider going to the theater. Hello, Birdie has joined me. Say hello.
I can wait for it to be on
you can wait.
Netflix or something. Yeah. Hello.
Of course you can. I don't doubt that.
I don't want to pay $30 for a thing of popcorn and 2 sodas.
That's the thing. It's just too pricey. It's just way too pricey.
And then I sit in a seat that I can't get comfortable in. Other people are making noise. I can't go take a piss and pause it. It sucks.
See, you basically just said exactly what I said about 20 minutes ago.
Oh!
Yes. I'm 50.
Okay, you say to hide the snacks and drink in your coat. Snacks, yes. Drinks, no.
And I like the movie popcorn. I missed movie popcorn. I do. But yeah, it's like if you're gonna go through all that trouble, then just what are you going for? If you're gonna hide this, like bring in your own snacks and hide them, and you're gonna be in a place that's with an uncomfortable seat, and you can't go to the bathroom, and you're with all these people.
Couch is way better.
It's like why would you even bother?
Kids.
Oh wow.
There's always kids.
There's always kids, yeah. Stinking kids. You did a 4.5 hour Kill Bill in a theater. Woo!
Ouch.
That is hardcore. That is hardcore. Okay. I promised that I would show you like 30 seconds of myself in high school at my TV station.
Oh.
For those of you that don't know, Dave's my brother. He is about 20 months younger than me. So he's a Gen Xer 79. I'm Gen Xer 77. He likes to join me every once in a while. Someday we're going to get him his own channel. But in the meantime, he's going to hang out with me. I was thinking about doing a video about cars that 90s teenage girls drove and having you as like a guest commentator to give your opinion about the purple Ford Probe from 1992.
Junk.
Well, they're all junk. That's the funny part. Like the bright yellow Geo Metro that what's her name used to drive in our high school. Miss one of the teachers drove this little tiny bright yellow Geo Metro. And she was a teacher we hated, and I can't think of her name. I thought she'd remember this. Anyway, the teal.
It's ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll think of it as soon as the live stream's over. But the teal cars, the magenta cars, the bright yellow cars.
It was a 90s thing.
It was a 90s thing, and all the teenage girls would drive these cars because, like, a guy's not going to drive like a purple, like a Dodge Dart or something, like. Or a magenta,
They had,
you guys remember the Geo convertible?
The 90s were terrible when it came to colors.
Well, yes, they were terrible. And then
American cars.
Yeah, and then I watch a lot of Classic Concentration, and they give away a bunch of cars, and they always have these cars on the stage every week on their game show, and like I'm seeing things like the Subaru Justy. The Volkswagen Fox.
Yeah, the Fox was around for a while.
I saw a Shelby
Omni.
No, it was a Dodge car. It was a
Dodge Omni.
There was another one. It's gonna
Colt.
No, it wasn't a Daytona. It was a Shelby. They only did it for 1 year.
Yeah,
they only made like 500 of them.
There was they did like I thought it was an Omni, but
I'll have to.
I swore it was either an Omni or like a.
I'm gonna have to bring up that. We're gonna have to watch an episode basically.
Little hatchback. But...
So this was the. Let me bring it up. Share this tab instead.
That wasn't Miss Ragland's car, was it?
No, it wasn't Miss Ragland. So, do you guys remember the yellow Geo Metros? They made them from like 91 to like 95.
Well, it's actually a Suzuki Swift.
Oh, okay.
That's what you don't know. One of my buddies has one of these in red with a white top, and he converted it to all-wheel drive with turbo.
Shut up.
It is awesome. Yeah. Super cool. Super cool car.
The teacher that I'm thinking of, she had black and grayish hair. It was longer, it was thick, and we all hated her, and I can't think of her name.
She was a teacher?
She was a teacher. I'm going to get the yearbook out here in a minute. Chris Baker, $5.
Miss Pinkston.
Miss Pinkston.
Yes. Well, because her daughter was best friends with my stupid girlfriend, and they went off to a university one weekend, and she stopped talking to me after 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
That was blue.
That was bad. Neil Diamond isn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What?
That's not right.
That is a crime. This is wrong, and I completely agree. We need to get Neil Sedaka in there, too. Either deserves it more than Joan Jett. Oh, I don't know more than Joan Jett, but maybe. But yeah, they both deserve to be in there.
I don't know about Neil Sedaka, maybe.
But Neil Diamond definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, when I hear Neil Sedaka, I think like Engelbert Humperdinck.
Engelbert Humperdinck. Oh, yes. Oh, what's the guy that
Geos were Suzukis. They're Suzuki Swifts.
that explains why they were shit boxes.
Just watch what you're saying.
What was the guy that that Will Ferrell used to do on Saturday Night Live? Robert Goulet.
Yeah, Goulet.
I freaking love Robert Goulet. So anyway, I was thinking about doing a video about 90s girl cars and having you give your man commentary, your reaction to them.
I think 90s cars, period.
Or 90s cars, period. Or an 80s game show TV game show cars. That was another one that I was gonna have you join me. But yes, the Geo Metro. Good times. All right. So now I'm going to show you what my TV, my high school TV station. So you can see me when I'm 16. I was probably younger than 16, actually. I was probably more like 15. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
This is probably going to give you nightmares. Seeing my dumb sister.
I don't have to watch it, Dottie.
That's true. You don't.
I lived it.
All right. Do you buy that like the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Oh, the Hall of Fame? I don't know if that's bought like the Walk of Fame. I don't think it's like the same. Because the Hollywood Walk of Fame is just straight up, they buy it for like $50,000.
Yeah.
I don't think Hall of Fame is like that, but I think it's kind of like with award shows where you have to like campaign for a nomination or for a.
I mean, like,
yeah.
Usually, like Golf Hall of Fame, there's like severe milestones you have to achieve in your career to be.
Yeah, but music, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think is like a voting thing by the board or by the whatever. I honestly don't. Well, but you have to even be considered. You have to have some kind of sales.
That's what I'm saying. There'd have to be at least this met.
Oh my God, I saw a lady win a Yugo on Classic Concentration last week, and I was thinking about making a video titled "This Lady Won a Yugo on this game show."
You remember Faye West had a Yugo.
Oh, that's right, she did.
Our old babysitter, who was a nurse at our little private school we went to a long time ago.
That's
Lady
right.
we went to church with. She drove a Yugo for a long time and loved it.
I forgot about that. That's so funny. All right, here's me in high school in 1993. We did a weekly sports show, me and my friend Derek. And it was a roundup of all of our school's sports for that week.
Who is the current principal of our high school now?
Is he really?
Yeah, he's principal.
Oh my God, the guy that we're about to see. I probably should not post this on Facebook for all of his students to see.
Oh, I'm sure it's very PG and nothing to worry
Well,
about.
no, but it's just funny. So, okay, now he's the principal of our high school. That's amazing.
Yep.
All right, and I edited together this amazing.
You knew that.
No, I didn't. I knew he was a faculty, but I didn't know he was the principal now.
Yeah.
So I edited this video intro together. This is one of my first editing jobs I did on the editing. We had it was the old linear analog editing with the tapes and the rewind and the circle things. And yeah, it was all old school. No digital editing.
Didn't know what that was, Reach.
Yeah.
You're watching Black Knight Television, Channel 33,
That's so
a broadcast
funny.
source of Farmington
That's
High
the Black
School,
Knight TV
Farmington,
Channel
Missouri.
33. Yeah, video toaster. We had that. Yep. Sure did. Gonna start. Oh, we'll have to look that up. It's really funny that Derek's the principal now. We're doing this again. Just That's so crazy that all our friends are like the principals about the schools now. That's crazy. Superintendent.
Started out as a
You
music,
have
started as a music teacher.
Welcome to
You
FHS
have friends
Sports
as a
Extra. I'm
superintendent
Derek
of a
Keith.
school.
And I'm Natalie
district.
DeFreeze. This week we'll start
It
off
blows
with
my
the
mind.
assignment, and we'll go on to the first
So that's me on the left.
season. The first is the boys basketball.
And that's
opening night
Principal
against
Derek on the
Upper
right.
North.
And this was a
That's
very
weird.
important game for the Knights, as a very good
So
Mules team
1993.
came into town, led by All-State senior.
And then we would intro. It's kind of like a little sports show, and then we'd show highlights from the game. So this was our high school from '93.
Yeah,
The Knights' defense
Yeah,
played
yeah,
really
I was
well
gonna
throughout
say
the
that
game,
even-
led
that
by
even
Mike
seems-
Lawrence. They also had a very
Yeah.
balanced attack.
Yeah.
The Knights' defense was really stretched by Coach
Yep,
Creek
young
throughout
me.
the whole game.
Oh, thank you.
The Knights had many highlights in
We'd
this
show
game.
highlights from the game.
One of them,
We'd go back.
Black
to-
Knight TV has been able to do. We were very happy to be able to bring that to you. And even though they did lose, they still played really well against
So that was
second and state
'93.
teams.
yeah, they were a very good team. We'll be right back right
It's
after
the
this.
principal of our high school. Yeah, so I was the Wild Video Dance Party. Remember when that came to school?
No.
You don't remember the Wild Video Dance Party?
of the same school dances? Are test papers giving you the blues?
Oh, I guess you weren't.
Well,
I guess
no, 93 is my first year.
yeah, but I don't know if this was the spring of '93 or if this was the winter of '93. It might have been the winter of '93. It might have been your freshman year.
Yeah, my freshman year.
Anyways, so I would have been 93, 16, 15, 16. Wild Video Dance Party.
Then get ready for this.
Get ready, guys.
Wild Video Dance Parties coming to town. Wild Video Dance Party, the state-of-the-art video dance party that will transform your school into the hottest dance club around. Wild Video Dance Party features a huge video projection system, awesome surround sound, Dolby stereo.
Spoiler alert, it did not look like this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was in the high school cafeteria. And it was just, they called it a wild video dance party because it was the first time that video was involved in a dance in any ways. They actually had a big projection screen up showing videos, music videos, I guess. So like that's all it was. And then maybe there was like one laser light, but it wasn't. But it just, yeah, it was not like this. It was not a rave. We're about to set a record. We are. They say it a lot. Okay, I got to pee real fast, so
Okay.
I'm gonna let you. Want to sit here and watch this while I go pee?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I mean, I gotta hit play or
Yep.
something. I don't know if I know how to do that. The left side? Oh. Okay, here we go.
Spectacular lighting and laser-like special effects with fog that will blow your school away.
Blow your school away.
Video Dance Party comes with a PJ who will take your requests from our library of more than
That guy looked
3,000 music
like the
videos.
coolest man alive.
From reggae to country to rock to dance, we've got it all. Tickets are on sale now. This is your chance to be part of the 1992 Wild Video Dance Party World Tour. Don't be left out of the action. Get your tickets today.
I'm surprised I don't even remember this thing. That was horrible, and you had to buy tickets. That seems like something the school should have paid for and just put on, just to try to keep you guys from doing drugs.
That's exactly what it was.
Coming to Farmington High School
That's where the
Friday,
drugs
December
were, I promise.
17th, 1993 from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. at Jefferson School Gym.
Oh,
Tickets on
Jefferson
sale at
Gym. It
Magazine
wasn't the high
Wrap
school
during
gym.
It
was at Jefferson
was
Gym.
at one of the elementary schools.
It was one of the elementary school gyms. That's what it was. So that's me doing the voiceover. So I said the date. Let's find out what the date is.
Coming to Farmington High.
On sale tour. Don't
Coming to Farmington High School Friday, December 17th, 1993 from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. at Jefferson School Gym.
Friday, December 7th, 1993. That was all ages. All ages jam.
You know it's a good time then.
It was probably sponsored by Trend or Dare or one of the things. Anyway, so yeah, that's me when I was 15. A long, long time ago. That's over 30 years ago. It feels weird looking at yourself when you're younger sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? It's like it feels like a whole nother life. It kind of was a whole nother life.
It was.
Yeah. But man, that was when I used to do my hair with hot rollers. This was before I got my first hair straightener. And so the only way I could get that was with hot rollers. Yeah, it is. It's weird. It's like I still kind of feel like you are that age. Exactly. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre.
I just know some more stuff.
Yeah. I just know more things, but I feel the same. Totally. Thank you guys for being so kind to me. You're so nice. All right. So there you go. That was me in high school. You're welcome for that. I know you wanted to see it.
Okay. His birthday that year was on Thursday. I don't remember what my birthday was this year.
So are you Mary Lou Henner?
Yeah.
Do you remember every moment of your life? I will take that as a huge compliment that I look like Dolores O'Riordan from Cranberries.
Okay.
Okay, let me see here. I gotta go to my bookmarks or my Gen X playlist. I got other things to show you all. I went down the game show rabbit hole there. We watched Hot Potato. Do you remember Hot Potato?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Let's see here. I have a few things to watch. Maybe I'll do some of the shorter things that I have on X. The stuff that I have on YouTube tends to be really long.
Like so much crap.
Well, I just save everything that I want to show the people. What do I want to show the people? What do you about all this Christmas stuff is for next year? We could watch $100,000 Pyramid with Betty White. We can watch a dating game, or we could just move on from that altogether. Top 75 stores that don't exist anymore.
Ooh.
Oh, we have to do, even though it's not a regular My So-Called live stream, I think we should maybe do a Mr. Rogers moment. That could be a possibility. What do I have on X? So did you all get good presents today? I got to spend the day with my mom and my dad, or my mom and my stepdad, technically, but dad, and my brother, and my brother's girl and kid, and our dogs. And we watched Betty White. All right. Oh, we can watch a little Adam the Woo. I like that. Okay, yeah, we'll watch some Adam the Woo. That's a good idea. I was about to bring up some other stuff from X, but we'll wait a second. Let's see. He loved Back to the Future, so he went to the mall, the Back to the Future mall, quite a few times and did videos there. Let me go to his actual channel. I wonder what they're going to do with his channel. I hope that he was really close with his parents. I'm hoping that they'll keep it.
Welcome, everyone, Adam.
Going. But yeah, he posted a video every day, almost every day for 15 years.
Wow.
So he literally chronicled his life on YouTube, which is like just crazy. I want to do one of his Back to the Future videos because he loved them so much. Loved that movie so much.
Oh, Chad, I'm probably gonna bolt. It's 9 o'clock.
Uh-oh. Okay.
My
Yeah,
shoulder's
I'm only
hurting.
gonna be around for like another hour. So
I didn't know you were doing something.
I didn't know you were gonna come and say hello. So
I-
thank you for coming and saying hello.
Came to sit with Dad for a bit.
Oh, you did? How's he doing?
Dad.
He's dad.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I'm sure all our Gen Xers understand that.
That's for sure. I start to think about how many Christmases I have left with my parents and stuff. I hate those thoughts.
I've been watching a lot of those videos where Gen Xers complain about their parents.
Yeah.
And I'm just really amazed at how similar we all like the
behavior of our parents is. It's bizarre.
Friggin' crazy.
Yep,
And
there's a specific type of boomer parent that
this generational thing. Like the biggest thing is like just no accountability.
Yeah.
Or like deny, like you tell them, like, why didn't you get into that thing that I thought you really liked? This is like, well, because I was a kid and I asked you and you didn't want to pay for any of it or take me to anything. Well, I don't remember that. And that's specifically what happened. That's why I'm not doing it now.
Well,
or
their
something,
perspective of my childhood and my perspective of my childhood are two
it's
very
just
different
vastly
things.
different.
Yeah.
And they don't. It's like, well, I just didn't.
Right.
You know, and just some of the stories of like, it's just crazy. You should check
Yeah.
them out if you haven't been, because it's just strange. I don't know how to explain it.
We need to do a podcast at some point to talk about issues like this. It's weird being in midlife. You know, some of us are raising kids, some of us are taking care of aging parents, some of us are doing both.
It's heavy all the time.
It is.
It's like you're always dealing with death or thinking about it, or
Yeah.
worried about it,
Or in
somehow,
a doctor's
or,
office or a hospital or something, or like there's
you know,
yeah,
and then,
or going to pick up something
know,
from the pharmacy.
if you've been lucky, you hadn't really lost any close friends, but you know people that are gone, and then you start just thinking like, you know, and the way it happens is so sudden, and you just worry about, you know,
Yeah.
just waking up not knowing, and it's just a strange place to be. And anyway,
Well,
not
thanks
trying
for-
to be a bummer.
And a laugh turned into a cough. That was weird.
That happens when you get old.
It does.
All right, Jesse.
All right.
Love you.
Thank you, Birdie. I love you too.
I'll see you
Merry
all later.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I enjoyed spending the day with you. I will see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
It is New Year's Eve. It is New Year's Eve talk. We'll talk more like that on New Year's Eve. All right, let's watch some Daily Woo from Adam the Woo. This is his video where he revisited the 1985 filming locations of Back to the Future. This is a good one. This is from 12 years ago. So he made this in, what, 2013? If you have a piping hot caffeinated beverage, now's the time to enjoy it in honor of Adam the Woo.
Welcome, everyone. In 1985, I saw for the first time what would become my all-time favorite movie. Since then, I've seen the movie over 1,000 times and have actually gotten a Back to the Future tattoo on my leg. Come along with me and Justin from bttftour.com as we go to the filming locations from Back to the Future Part 1. Join me, Shaq.
Oh, there he goes. Hold on, let me rewind that. I want to hear. This was his catchphrase. This is Adam the Woo. He was one of the original YouTube video vloggers, daily vloggers. He started back in like 2009, 2010. He's a Gen Xer. And he unfortunately passed away a couple days ago at the age of 51. So we're just kind of remembering Adam. I'm going to watch a couple of his older videos, and then we can watch maybe a few minutes of one of his newer ones, and just, honor Adam. He was kind of a bit of a pioneer in the YouTube vlogging game. It would be interesting to see his earning history on YouTube. You're not wrong. Yeah, Justin is awesome too. Justin Scared. Yeah. Is it Scared or Scarred?
Part 1. Join me, shall you?
They don't know. Join me, shall you? That's what he would always say. He died in his sleep. They don't know why. I think they're going to perform an autopsy. He was found by another YouTuber named German in Venice. They were planning on filming together that day, and Adam wasn't answering the texts, and so German in Venice, I think, scaled his balcony to get to the second floor to get inside his house to try to find him, try to figure out what was going on. That's when he found him.
Right out there is Doc's house from 1985.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that it's 8:25?
The way you can tell exactly where it was by counting the parking spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So from here back, he came out right here in this exact area. You can see all this brick. All that wall is the same. It runs over like this, kicks open the gate.
There was part of me that thought I could make a video maybe like this, go to some filming locations of my favorite 80s movies, but it's been done. It's like so many people have done it with different other, the big movies. So, I didn't know if I had anything to contribute more than just visiting, but I love this. And Back to the Future has one of the best location videos.
It's a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing. Oops.
Marty, don't go this way. Strickland's looking for you.
Anyway, what took you so long to do these locations? You're tardy.
All right, come on. I think we're safe.
This time it wasn't my fault.
This would be so much fun. And a lot of these places are especially the malls, like all the malls from our favorite 80s movies are pretty much gone. Batty Girl Rachel, $20. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Guys are awesome. It's been so much fun doing this channel and building this community. We got really cool people in the chat. Every week we have really cool people in the chat. This is a neat, fun place to be. Yeah, the high school is still there. You're correct. A lot of the schools are still there. It's the malls that really get demolished. Merry Christmas, Lounge Zinger. Okay, let's watch a little bit more here.
The dance auditions actually were not at the school. They were in here.
Look at that.
With pinheads.
That's so great.
It's actually used daily as a basketball gym.
I wonder, these kids don't know, and they probably don't care that they're playing in the gym that was from Back to the Future. see, like nerd me from the 80s and 90s would have like just been in awe of that. I would have been, this is the coolest thing ever.
I'm afraid they're just too darn loud.
The entrance to Lion Estates actually wasn't on the same street as Marty's house. Instead, it's a few blocks away down here.
We're in the parking lot of the Twin Pines Mall.
Original Jenny or new Jenny? I mean, original Jenny. Original Jennifer is, you know, they just, of course, they messed up by putting her in the car at the end of the first movie, and they had to bring, otherwise we would have never saw Jennifer again after that first movie. They would have never cast Elizabeth Shue. And the original Jennifer only, I can't think of her name, but she didn't come, only reason she didn't return was because she had to take care of her mom. Claudia something, was it? Yeah, new Jenny didn't really do much. Yeah, I love Elizabeth Shue as well, but yeah, she's definitely the wrong Jennifer. Claudia Wells, that was her name. And it's so funny when you watch, you've seen the video where they do the side-by-side at the end of 1 and the beginning of 2, and how the same but different it is. Claudia Wells, yeah. So this is where I would love to go to the mall here, but I know that they're about to, I think they're about to completely tear down that mall. They're doing something to it.
We're in the parking lot of the Twin Pines Mall. Einstein the dog is there, and he kicks the skateboard over.
Amazing.
Got me the car.
Doc Brown flipped the switch, and the DeLorean would have been right there, coming straight towards us.
So sad. I mean, seriously, if any mall in the United States should be like the first retire mall, like that should be that. Claudia Wells is still doing the conventions. That's awesome. I love that conventions have given a lot of these stars, you know, an income in their later years. I think that's fantastic.
Here it comes.
Oh.
Watch this. They instantly arrive at this moment in time.
It's so
Come here.
good.
I'll show you how it works.
Doc would have put the plutonium back in the plutonium case.
Are you telling me this sucker is nuclear?
I mean, they are down to the lines of the parking lot of where all this stuff, you know, you have to like really work it out because nothing looks the same anymore. And it's just, it's impressive what they did here.
They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty! Who? Who do you think? The Libyans!
You're looking at me
I would just like to point out that there's 88 people watching right now.
like I'm some kind of terrorist or something.
88 people watching right now!
The Libyans were chasing Michael J. Fox. Dun, 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 dun. It's wedged in the ground.
Fox photo booth would have been right there. The line of
Amazing.
the square is here. It's obviously been paved over, but there's still a very faint impression. The Libyans crashed.
That's crazy that they pointed out the exact location of the photo booth. It's impressive. I know, right? R.I.P. to Adam the Woo. Crazy.
Apparently they died because we never see them get up again. Am I right?
You might want to ask Hillary Clinton about that. But yeah, they don't talk about it anymore.
No!
They're right where Lion is facing. That's great.
See these three poles, tall pole, small pole, and a taller pole. Right there would be the sign.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how pointing out the pole markers. Hey, AZ Coyote, Merry Christmas.
You got to go underneath the fence. The Lion Estate sign was actually right here. Marty would have rolled the DeLorean. This is where the DeLorean stood and sat and hid. Tree branches were all on there. They would have ripped the tree branches off.
It works! I finally invented something that works!
I mean, I love movies. Like, I am a total nerd when it comes to movies and TV, especially from the 80s. But, like, this is at a level of knowledge and commitment to a movie that you don't see very often. He probably knows more about it than the Bobs. He probably knows more about it than Michael J. Fox or Christopher Lloyd or any of them. I know, right? It's incredible. It's really, really good.
That was a close call.
Marty! Why are you in a plane? Get out of the plane! Get out of the plane, Marty! The kids, Marty, says we're gonna get it up to 88 miles per hour! 88 miles per hour!
Now there's power lines, but you can still see the water tower in the back.
This has got to be a dream.
And now they're on the Universal backlot.
No way. It's still here. It's the real front of the old building. I cannot believe this. That's what I was hoping to see. If the columns were back here.
Hey, Dad! George! Hey!
Look at this. I mean, the amount of research and planning and detail and like travel to do all this is just it's so impressive. Like, it's just, I can't even imagine. Yeah, so many movies filmed at the backlot. I've been there. Have y'all been to the Universal backlot? It's pretty cool. Oh, George McFly. There's the house.
He's a peeping Tom.
Can you imagine living in one of those houses? Because there's the McFly house from the 80s, and then there's Lorraine's house. Like, I can't, those are real houses. It'd be so crazy to live in one of those. Have to be that, yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
1640 Riverside Drive.
Oh, this is the Doc Brown house. This is a real house as well. Look at this place.
You would think now that Marty walked up these stairs and knocked on this door and Doc would have opened this exact door. This is not Doc's door. This is the house that Doc opened the door. You see Justin right down there in the bottom corner taking a picture of the door. It's very dark out here.
Doc? Mr. Paul J. Wyman is the First Lady, and Jack Benny is the Secretary of the Treasury. You're late, future boy.
No, wait, Doc. And that's when he came up with the idea for the flux capacitor.
Which is what makes time travel possible. Whoa, they really cleaned this place up.
Sounds pretty heavy. Weight has nothing to do with it.
Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox were right here.
Which one's your pup?
And then they were looking down this way where George McFly was coming.
Very funny.
Turns this way. And then the Enchantment of the Sea Dance sign was right here.
There's somebody I'd like you to meet.
George and Lorraine met for the first time. They've removed the lockers probably.
It's really a pleasure to meet you.
Save the clock tower!
Save the clock tower!
Why do you keep following me around? I'll miss my favorite television program, Science Fiction Theater.
By George, it's the McFly house. A lot of people say that the laundry scene was not in the back of George's house, but that's not true. It was back there. The way you can tell are the bricks on the wall, and if you look behind them, you can see this house in the background.
How am I supposed to go to the dance with her if she's already going to the dance with you? Whoa, bitch.
Yeah, the attention to detail is just incredible. Oh, Adam.
What's that? I'll get it back to you, all right?
Wow, look at him go!
The enchantment under
Well,
the...
I'm glad to be the one to introduce you to Adam the Woo. He has thousands of videos. Go back and watch some of them. They're pretty amazing. Gen Xer, really into pop culture, very Disney focused at times, but Back to the Future was one of his favorites, obviously. So he did a lot of pop culture type stuff. Yes, Universal Backlot was used for everything.
Dance. This is where the concession area would have been, right over here, right where George McFly was. Well, looky what we have here.
There was a part of the lot that did burn. That is correct, but not the whole thing. Yeah, like there's been fire. Oh, there's been a lot of fires in the back lot. Look at that, amazing.
George McFly met with Biff. The way you can tell is this tree and the way it forks up, the tree behind it, and of course this slanted tree.
You're asking for it, and now you're gonna get it.
Take it for photos.
You can't do that without permission.
These gates are now in the way, but right over there.
Busted. I'm surprised that's their first run-in that we've seen anyways.
Here is where Michael J. Fox ran back down to the car. Hey, we don't want to mess with no reefer addicts.
Look, I don't want to mess with no reefer addicts, okay?
Get home to your mama, boy.
This is your cousin, Marvin. Marvin Berry.
Your cousin, Marvin Berry?
All right, guys, listen to the blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
It's the actual stage.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is the actual stage. I love that all that's still there. I miss all movies being made on location. Everything's made in front of a stupid screen while they're attached to a bunch of devices. I hate it. I hate it so much. That's one of the reasons why I want to see Song Sung Blue is because it looks like it was actually filmed in the world with, you know, kind of it's about kind of normal people, but not, if that makes any sense.
I guess you're not ready for that, but your kids are going to love it. George and Lorraine McFly.
Oh,
Good advice, so never forget it, George.
Down the stairwell and everything.
Okay.
This was the double door that Marty would have ran out from the inside. You can see the crack there.
Wow.
This is not the original park bench, but it does look very similar. The only difference is it's pushed way back. the starting line, right exactly where I'm putting this flashlight. That white stripe there can be seen in these shots when the DeLorean pulls up. This crack can be seen in the scene, and on either side were 2 paint cans and a paintbrush.
He is on the sidewalk and the curb doing cracks in the curb and sidewalk to mark these movie looks. This is insane. This is incredible. It's impressive.
The Doc Brown left. Did you notice that before? Come a little closer. You can see this. There was actually some broken up chips of this. Now it's all empty. The curb used to be red and then turned into non-red. Look, there's even some paint left over. Why are these 3 holes here?
You can still see the power outlets where they would have put the power pole.
Suppose you hit that wire with a connecting hook at precisely 88 miles an hour. The instant the lightning strikes the tower.
To the swan dive.
Adam.
What about all that talk about not doing Back to the Future filming locations? I figured, what the hell?
Oh. There's the house.
You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Marty!
Wait a minute. What are you doing, Doc? Like I've always told you, you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
Oh, R.I.P. Adam the Woo. That was so great. Oh, that was a long time ago. I might watch a little bit of one that was more recent. Chris Baker, $5. I went to Hellmouth Con this year. It's at Torrance High School in California, where they shot Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was fun. I bet. I was thinking about maybe trying to get to a convention this year in 2026. Like one that has, that would really connect with what I would talk about on this channel. 80s TV stars, that kind of a thing. 90s movie stars. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of fun. Used to all that stuff seemed to be in California, but now it's all over the country. There's great cons like in Florida and in Nashville and Tennessee and then they have some in Chicago and New York. I don't know. Maybe try to do one of those. Be kind of neat. Yes, Adam the Woo will be sorely missed. Yes. Do it. Go back and watch some of his videos. Highly recommend it. The last vlog was great. His friend dressed as the Grinch and went all around Celebration, Florida, taking photos with everyone. I saw that. There is a theory from his friends because of the way that Adam made his videos. He was always shoot with his little vlog camera or his phone, and he would edit on his phone with iMovie, and he would go to places and kind of edit while he was shooting and throughout the day. And then it would take him like a half hour at night, and he would edit it before he went to bed, and then he would post it in the morning. He had a routine. I mean, after doing it for 15 years. So there's a theory that it's possible that there's one vlog left that hasn't been posted. And because of the way that Adam would shoot his videos. So there's a theory there's one video left, and hopefully maybe his family will share it with us. We don't know that. That's just a theory. But because of the way he did things, it's very possible. So maybe there is one more. Maybe there is one. Okay. All right. Whew. Let's watch a couple of funny things that I have on my X feed, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I just kind of wanted to hang out with y'all. You know, it's been a busy couple of weeks. It's been a long day, busy day, and you know, and I'm not gonna go live tomorrow night. So just so you know, I'm not doing the regular my so-called live stream on Friday. So this week I'm just doing tonight, and then next week I'll be doing New Year's Eve live stream. So if you don't have any other plans, come hang out with me on New Year's Eve. And then so no Friday live stream next week either, just New Year's Eve. And then we'll go back to the regular schedule after that. All right. What do I got here? Bookmarks. Where are my bookmarks? There they are. It looks like X changed their desktop. It's not. Things aren't set up the way I was expecting. Holiday greetings from 70s and 80s TV shows. I guess I'm getting away from Christmas stuff though. So we'll get away from that. What do I got for you? Here is a video called How to Sound Hip in the 90s. Did I discuss Rob Reiner's legacy? Not too much. I posted about his passing and, you know, how the films that he made that were so important for Gen X. But I mean, I didn't go much past that because of just the situation around his passing and the fact that he was such a divisive figure later in his life. And the movie's great. And, you know, maybe I could do a video about some of the movies that he made. But, you know, I mentioned it, posted about it, but I haven't really done any kind of a long discussion on it. But yeah. He made, I mean, Stand By Me, Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, I mean, Few Good Men. Like, he had a run there in the late 80s that was just insane. Okay. How to sound hip in the 90s. Let's find out. Let's find out how to sound hip in the 90s and think back and find out if we were hip in the 90s. I have not met or spoken to other Gen X creators. I've reached out to a couple, haven't heard anything back. I still consider myself to be pretty new in this space. So, you know, maybe there'll be something. Maybe I'll be able to meet up with some people in the future. But not yet. Not yet. We'll see. Chris Baker, $2. Yeah, all in the same like 48 hours. Rob Reiner, Anthony Geary, Gil Gerard, and Greg Biffle. Yeah, that was quite a run of loss there. So a lot of very influential people on Gen X culture, even if they weren't Gen Xers themselves. Yeah, it was a really sad end to a wild year. That is true. That is true. All right, guys, let's find out how to be cool in the 90s.
Stayed up with the times, you know that awesome or big time will get the point across as in, that was an awesome evening segment I just saw. Well, here are some other phrases you want to know if you want to be sure to sound hip in the 90s. Yo, a greeting.
Yo, Curb, what's up?
Yo, guys, what's
Clutch
up?
the pearls, said in amazement or disbelief.
Well, you know he's married.
Clutch the pearls.
But in the 80s, it was just wasted.
I don't know how many I had, but boy, did I get bucked. I sure felt it the next morning. That was
Wait,
really
what?
the worst thing I'd ever done.
Hold on. We got to go back. What makes someone Gen X? That is a very good question. Originally, the definition was, you know, years you were born is a big indicator, but it's not set in stone. The original definition was 61 to 81. And then like 10 years ago, Pew Research was like, no, it's 65 to 80, which is dumb. I have arguments about this with people in my comment section way too often. But it has to do with the pop culture you experienced, the technology you experienced, the year you were born. But as a rule, it's pretty much people born in like the 60s and the 70s and maybe into the early 80s. So that's Gen X. Post-baby boom, pre-millennial. We weren't baby boomers, but we weren't millennial because millennials had technology, had the internet and cell phones by the time they were in high school. We didn't have that. So if you had a cell phone or if you had, regular internet access, when you were in high school or used computers and email and all that stuff in high school, chances are you're a millennial. So there you have it, and there you are. I do think I'm new. I've only been doing this for 2 years and only full time for a year. So I still consider myself to be very new. Yo! We are a pretty great generation. All right, clutch the pearls. Now bucked. I don't remember bucked at all. And it sounds, the way they present it here is a little rough.
Bucked. In the 80s, it was just wasted.
I don't know how many I had, but boy, did I get bucked. I sure felt it the next morning. That was really the worst thing I'd ever done.
I never have ever heard that in my entire life. Bucked instead of we always said wasted.
I hope you didn't drive home. No way.
MacGyver, as in the TV show where the impossible is often accomplished.
I can't believe you got off that speeding ticket. What a MacGyver.
Norville.
Wait, no, MacGyver is a verb, not a noun. They used MacGyver wrong. Norville? Who wrote this garbage? So MacGyver was the guy who was able to pull off the impossible. That was their definition. Yeah, bucked is not a thing. MacGyvering is the verb, right?
TV show where the impossible is often accomplished.
I can't believe you got off that speeding ticket. What a MacGyver.
Norville, to secretly undermine.
What? I can't believe she stole your job. You've really been Norville.
What?
Black & Decker, or a real tough assignment. You get the analogy, right?
This job is a real grind. It's just a Black & Decker.
None of this is real. This is a lie. None of this is real. Chris Baker. $5. We were the last generation who couldn't wait to drive. Yes. I got my learner's permit on my 16th birthday. I can't believe kids don't want to drive. I know, right? It's bizarre. It's wild. We've cut them off from the outside world. We locked them in their houses for like 2 years, in some parts of the world even longer than that. But even before that, it's just crazy. I got my learner's permit at 15 and a half. I wasn't waiting around. You know, we'd go get our license at 16, get a job so we could have money to go do stuff on the weekends. It is weird. Yeah, what are these words? It must be Canadian. I don't think his AI slapped. The guy at the beginning was a 90s actor or 80s actor.
Some phrases may be around forever.
Well, look, I gotta run. Peace.
Bye, Tom.
Peace.
One last word for words of the...
This guy was in 8 is Enough, I think. So this is like a legit actor. So I don't think this is AI. I can pretty much tell when nostalgia videos are AI, but it's not going to be that way for long. Grant Goodeve. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. He was the oldest son in 8 is Enough. One last word. Let's see what it's going to be.
One last word for words of the 90s. You got to remember that hip slang changes rather quickly, so if you want to use any of these phrases, you better use them in a hurry. I mean, think of Bart Simpson. Cowabunga is dreadfully out of date, horribly out of style, and you don't want to appear biotic, do you?
What?
Stayed up with the times, you know that awesome.
That was painful in like 18 different ways. Yes, I still say peace out myself. Peace out in Audi 5000. Let's see, what do I got here? We got Run DMC on the Late Show with David Letterman singing Christmas in Hollis. Steve Martin's Christmas Wish SNL sketch. Ooh, this one looks fun. This girl wants to know how we got concert tickets before the internet.
How did we used to buy concert tickets before the internet?
We did this crazy thing where we would actually physically go and wait in line, and there was none of this whoever has the most money gets the best seats. No, tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. and
We'll watch Letterman with Christmas and Hollis. Give me just a second. I just want to hear how this guy explains to her what we did to get concert tickets before the internet. Ticketmaster at Sears. That's all right. We had to drive up to the city because we lived out in small town, and we had to go up to the Sears at the mall in South County.
How did we used to buy concert tickets before the internet?
we did this crazy thing where we would actually physically go and wait in line, and there was none of this whoever has the most money gets the best seats. No, tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. and they started from the front row and worked their way back.
Yep.
You didn't get to pick your seats. You got what you got. And the way we got the best seats
Record
was
stores.
by being the first in line.
Yep, at the record stores. We had a place called Vintage Vinyl up in St. Louis that would sell tickets. And then of course the venues themselves. Oh, that's cool that you had a record store that would sell tickets. You never heard of any generational labeling before you came on the internet? Yeah, well, I mean, the generational labeling, I'm actually in the middle of writing a video about this. Generational theory kind of popped up in the late 80s, early 90s. The first people to really write about it was a duo named Strauss and Howe, William Strauss and Neil Howe. And they were the first ones to really dive into this, because baby boomers were the first defined generation, but they were the ones to really dive into this theory of different generations that are named. But that, again, was in the late 80s, early 90s. They were the first to really dive into it. And I'm going to make a follow-up video. For those of you that have seen my video, What is Generation X? It's Complicated. I'm going to make a follow-up to that with a lot more information and a lot more of my writing and commentary instead of just showing clips. So we're going to dive into that a little bit about what is Generation X and generational theory and definitions and that kind of stuff. It's actually, I find it very interesting. So maybe you will too. Yeah. I mean, and yeah, you wouldn't have heard of it because generational stuff just really wasn't in the conversation really until about the 90s, mid 90s. We didn't get our name Generation X until Strauss and Howe. Well, Strauss and Howe called us 13ers because Generation X is the 13th generation in America from the founding fathers. So our original name was 13ers. And then Douglas Copeland, who was born in 1961, a Canadian, wrote a book about early young 20-somethings in late 80s and 1990. And he called the book Generation X, Tales of an Accelerated Culture. And it was about, the new young 20-something in America in the late 80s. And he called it Generation X. And so between Strauss and Howe and Copeland, we created this whole generation post-boomer called Generation X. And it started hitting in the 90s. So, oh, good. I'm glad you liked that one. Yeah, it needs to have a follow-up. And I did that video like really early on in my YouTube career. So it was, I've increased my skill set since then when it comes to video making and research and writing. And so I definitely want to make a follow-up on that. Because I really want to get into, because I've had so much pushback in the comments when I even bring up Strauss and Howe's definition of 61 to 81. I get so many people in my comments being like, it's 1965 to 1980. Don't you know what you're talking about? And it's like, yeah, actually, I do know what I'm talking about. And you're the one spouting a theory from Pew Research that was created 10 years ago. It is just another way to divide us. But anyway, so I really want to dive in because the idea of Generation Jones, which is the late 50s, early 60s babies. There's just like there's a cusp of Zennials from Gen X to Millennial. There's a cusp of Boomer to Gen X. And so all that stuff I find really fascinating. Pew is a bunch of assholes. Yes, Strauss and Howe did name Millennials. That is correct. They were originally called Generation Y after Generation X, but Strauss and Howe did name the Millennials. That is correct. They have a really fascinating book called The Fourth Turning that they wrote in like 1997 because they have this whole theory and some people hate it. Some people really subscribe to it. I think it's fascinating, but they have this whole theory that there's these cycles, these 20-year cycles between generations, and each generation has kind of an archetype. And then there's world history and events that happen every 80 years that change society and leaders and things. Anyway, they wrote this book in 1997 called The Fourth Turning that literally predicted like the world events of the next 25, 30 years. And it's fascinating. So it's really interesting. So yeah, I know it's fascinating. So we're going to actually have in January we are going to have a live stream of Strauss and Howe, Generational Theory 13er fourth turning type night. Because I find that stuff fascinating. It will change your life. They predict stuff like you would just not believe it. It's unreal how they predicted the 2000s and 2010s and 2020s. Oh, can you be a guest on that night? We might be able to do that. I might consider sending out some links to channel members and letting them join in the conversation. We can talk about. I might do that. I might do that. Yeah, it's such a fun topic, and I find it very interesting. All right, let's find out how he explains it to this girl.
Line, and there was none of this whoever has the most money gets the best seats. No, tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. and they started from the front row and worked their way back. You didn't get to pick your seats. You got what you got. And the way we got the best seats was by being the first in line. Like when I saw Metallica in 92, we waited in line from the night before. I'm pretty sure we were there like 10 or 14 hours waiting in line to get our tickets. But the thing was, time to spare. I didn't have money to spare. All the seats were like $38 a piece plus fees.
Yep.
So it was maybe like $45 to see Metallica in 92. And the best part was you would make friends with the people you were standing in line with. And then you would end up being close to them at the show because the people in front of you and the people behind you would get seats close to yours. And this whole thing of like tickets going on sale like a year in advance, no, none of that existed. Tickets went on sale exactly 30 days before the date of the show. So you could go and buy your tickets and spend the next 30 days being excited about the show you were about to go see. Now, granted, would I be willing to go and wait in line for 12 to 14 hours now? I don't know. But it did even the playing field. You ended up with super fans up front who paid the same amount as everybody else, but their dedication got them the better seats, not their wallet. Where nowadays, I can't tell you how many shows I've gone to, and I've got my seats, and there's just empty seats peppered all over the place because, that seat was $1,000, and that seat over there was $600. Because that's the crazy part too. Reselling tickets was illegal. It was called scalping.
Yeah.
And it was something that was strictly.
I really wish they would stop that whole the scalping thing. Well, Ticketmaster and Live Nation have just ruined live shows for me. Like I don't care who it is. I'm not going to go drop $200, $300, $400, $500 or more on a show. I'm just not going to do it. And that's just a ticket. Like, not to think about anything else that you would do. Like, if you're going to go out to a concert, you would probably want to stop somewhere and have dinner, and you have to park somewhere, and you want to get some merch. Like, I can't think of an artist, even, when I was little, we went to, my first show was New Kids on the Block. But again, the ticket was $27.50 or $37.50, and we were up in the nosebleeds in Busch Stadium. But no matter who I was passionate about, I can't imagine dropping that kind of cash. Yeah, scalping used to be a no-no. It used to be illegal in some states, but it seems to be completely 100% legal now everywhere.
Enforced. Like, you might see the dude standing on the street corner outside the show asking, like, hey, you got tickets? Got extra tickets? And selling tickets.
Right.
But it absolutely was in no way, shape, or form the billion-dollar industry that it is now. Bots didn't exist. There was no, corporations swooping in and buying up all the seats so they could sell them for 10 times what they paid for them. At least you knew if you were in line towards the front of the line, you were getting tickets and you were going to have damn good seats.
That was good. That was really good. Those were the days. Did you know you can have a rock band play a live concert in the Miami Beach Surf Comer Hotel pool filled with beautiful genetically American men and women in bathing suits while international supermodels dance on stage? That's the name of this tweet. This is from MTV Spring Break 2002. The world you grew up in no longer exists. You could be my someone, you could be my sea. Do they even have spring break anymore? Like, is this still a thing where they go do these kinds of things? And if they do, what do they do with these spring breaks? Without MTV, what do you do at spring break? I figured it was still a thing, but I just wondered if it was like party in Florida or party in South Padre like it used to be. Because they just do a bunch of sex and drugs. I mean, I don't really keep up with, content from college kids, so I don't really know what it is that they're doing. But yes, I miss MTV so much. Agreed. Are there any bands anymore that are not 80 years old? Like, what's going on with music these days? I don't listen to current stuff. MTV 2002. Oh, here's more MTV 2002. Let me see here. Here's Mark Hamill recently. Mark Hamill went out and did a bit where he stood by his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and nobody recognized him or knew who he was. Which is kind of wild. So for, 70s kids, I this is kind of a wild thought. He literally was standing by his star and nobody knew who he was.
Would you take my picture with the star? No? Oh, have a good day anyway. You will? Oh, thanks. Oh, wait a minute. You have to wind it.
He's got one of those disposable cameras.
Wow. I know. So here, if you come here. Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You hear this guy died today? I read on the internet he was in a jet ski accident. And I know, it's really sad. He was in Corvette Summer. Star Wars. Yeah, well yeah, I heard about that. I never saw it. Yeah, he's also in the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, which opens up the Friday before Christmas. I'm going to see it in 3D. How old was he? 74. But actors lie about their age. He's probably 81. Do you have any died? He's not showing it on his phone.
He's telling everybody that the guy died, so he's leaving flowers at his star. And they have no idea. That's true. We're not used to him in glasses.
The internet. Yeah, maybe he didn't die. Yeah, exactly.
Check TMZ.
Yeah. Check TMZ. That's horrible advice for anyone. Dad, I told you, don't follow me to work. Good grief. What does it take to get recognized around here? No, maybe this will work.
Nobody.
Nothing. Nobody cares.
Hey, Billy, what up? We're just watching Mark Hamill humiliate himself in 2025.
Wow, it's Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's not. I look like him, but it's not me.
I'm with my girl.
Oh, you are? Oh, hi.
Yeah, this guy says hi. He looks like Mark Hamill.
Hi.
Are you really not Mark Hamill?
I'm really not.
Okay, I would have believed you if you said that you were.
Really?
I don't even really know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who it is either. I heard he was in a bunch of space movies.
Let's take a selfie and I'm going to tell everybody I met him.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
I'm going to take a selfie and tell everybody that I met him. Amazing. Oh, silly stuff. Okay, let's see what I got. Here's a theory that the Flintstones are the poor survivors of a nuclear war, and the Jetsons are the rich elite that live in the sky and never touched ground. So apparently, there's a theory that the Flintstones and the Jetsons lived at the exact same time, just in different socioeconomic classes. I mean, there was a movie that Jetsons meet the Flintstones, so let's find out.
Actually, the Flintstones aren't prehistoric. They're survivors of a nuclear war, and the Jetsons live in the sky because the surface is still contaminated. Look at the evidence. In 1987, there was an official crossover. Flintstones and Jetsons met each other. Same timeline, not past and future, the same present. Actually, the Jetsons live on elevated platforms, and in 396 episodes, they never show what's beneath the clouds. Never, because they can't go down. Notice the names in bedrock, Flintstone, fire-starting rock, rubble, debris, slate, demolition material. Their entire identity is defined by what remained after the destruction. Actually, the Flintstones have technology that shouldn't exist in prehistoric times. Telephone, television, camera, newspaper, bowling, cinema. These aren't primitive inventions. They're fragmented memories of a civilization they destroyed. The most disturbing evidence. Fred works at Slate Rock and Gravel Company, rock mining. But slate also means post-explosion construction material. Fred doesn't mine rocks. He mines the radioactive remains of the old world. Actually, the 1987 crossover was buried, almost never re-aired. The implication was too clear. The rich went to the sky. The poor stayed below. Fred doesn't remember the old world. Wilma doesn't remember. Barney doesn't remember. Radiation erased everything. Only the instinct to rebuild what they lost remained. The Jetsons aren't the future. The Flintstones are.
What do you think? I know that the Flintstones were pretty much the Honeymooners animated, but I mean, I know that the Jetsons went back in time in that crossover too, or supposedly. I know. Oh, you thought that was understood? Interesting bit of reach. I don't know. It's kind of it's.
Actually, the Flintstones aren't.
I like when people get creative with stuff like that. Let's see. What else do I want to show? Oh my god. You guys remember this? In 1998, WAGA TV reporter Melissa Sander fell face first from a raised platform during a live grape stomping segment at George's Chateau Elon winery. The clip, notable for her audible distress on a hot mic, resurfaced in 2006 as the Grape Lady Falls meme, becoming a definitive early viral video. So this actually happened in the 90s, but it became a viral video in 2006. So this video is almost 20 years old since it became viral, and it's almost getting close to 30 years old as a clip. It's hard to watch, but we're going to watch it. I was considering doing a video about things that went viral before the internet. This wouldn't quite fit, but I have a list.
These buckets are filled with grapes. What kind of grapes?
These are filled with Chamberston grapes, and the winner this Saturday, who's sung music, eating international foods.
Ooh, I like that title.
Tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh,
fall off there.
Yeah, you gotta love the anchor's reaction. It's like, oh, looks like she really got hurt. She took a hard fall. Oh, the look on their faces.
Oh,
boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No,
there.
I think she is.
Yeah, she's
Ouch.
hurt. She took a hard fall off there. Boy,
Okay.
gosh, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to make sure she is.
We'll try and
That's the
check on
thing.
her and get back
All
to you
right.
as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this.
Poor girl. That must have been really wild to go viral on the internet that early on. It must have been a trip. Like nowadays, you know, if something you do goes viral, I mean, not that you expect it, but if it happens, it's like, oh God, you know, it's something dumb. But like back then, you know, to get your like worst moment captured on video and then let the whole world see it. Let's see here. On December 20th, 1980, there was an announcerless game in an attempt to breathe ratings life into a late season Saturday afternoon game without playoff implications. NBC experimented with an announcerless broadcast for their game between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins from the Orange Bowl. An announcerless game. I almost would welcome that at this point. But back then, all of the announcers were storytellers. Like, you wanted to listen to those guys call a game. Nowadays, not so much. But man, back then, I mean, I fell asleep every night listening to Jack Buck call Cardinal games. Jack Buck and Mike Shannon. I was a baseball freak growing up.
Our mission was to try and come up with some different audio equipment that would pick up the sounds of football. The executive producer, Don Ohlmeyer, said, let's have it sound like we were sitting in the stands. And our objective, engineering-wise, was to build or engineer new equipment to make that sound work. We've engineered it so that we can aim it and sort of isolate the type of audio we want on the field. We're going to shoot the game a little bit differently.
Yeah.
It's going to be shot a little wider to start with, so that everybody will almost see where the ends are and where everybody is lined up in the field. We're going to wire the scoreboard, the official clock, into our truck so that it comes in on our switcher in our truck so that we can put it in whenever we want, which is a new feature. We're going to use 2 chyrons, which are devices to put graphics on the screen.
Chyrons are what you use to put graphics on the screen in a news broadcast. So anything on the lower third. Well, now, back when I was in TV news, it was always in the lower third, but now they've got them on the sides and pretty much everywhere. So here's what it sounded like. The leagues in their contract should offer this as an alternative broadcast. You know how they have all those alternative broadcasts for the big games where you can see like a certain team's point of view or hear a certain team's broadcasters? They should have an option where you can just watch a game without all of that. Now this would be considered ASMR. Yeah, I definitely watched the Super Bowl Shuffle on these live streams before. Freaking love the Super Bowl Shuffle. And the fact that they filmed it, recorded it before they won the Super Bowl is what makes it so epic. The fact that they did shoot it in December of '85, I mean, it's just beautiful. Wait, there's a mute button? Oh, yeah. I forgot that was an option, but you don't get the crowd sound. You don't get the ambiance. You don't get the ASMR of it all. He didn't. When I was in college, I went to college with a lot of very famous basketball players. And I was their neighbor. They lived in one tower on campus, and I happened to live in that tower. And I didn't know that before I moved in, but anyways, but I like cash flowed my college experience. Well, I had my job at the TV station, but I also did all of the homework like a couple of the players, just because they were always so busy and they never had time to get their stuff done. So I guarantee you that Jim McMahon didn't actually graduate from BYU. Or, didn't do the work to do it. This is wild. A good broadcaster is really awesome to have in a game. But again, back then it was way different than it is now. You watched this when it aired? Amazing. Amazing. Okay, what else we got? What else do I have? Oh, I'm getting tired, kids. Have you guys seen this Christmas commercial? It is not a Gen X thing in any way. Well, maybe the one of the characters I would say is Gen X, but it's from the last few years. But I love this Christmas commercial, so I'm going to share it with you, and then we will start winding things down for the night. It's already past 10 o'clock. If you haven't seen this, enjoy it. I think you're going to really like it. It's from France. Your dad does, or your mom, or whatever, like this thing that they always do, and you grow up with it, and then you hit that age where they do it, and you're just like, ugh. And it's just like, and it's so embarrassing, or it's so annoying, or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure we probably all have something like that with our parents. You know, you hit that age where everything they do is just cringe, even if it's something they've done your whole life. So this kid grows up and his dad is dancing to Redbone all the time, and finally he hits the age where it's just like, it's cringe in the middle of the restaurant.
Salut papa.
Hello, Dad.
Joyeux Noël.
Yeah, it's for a phone. So he gets his dad a phone, calls him through the Christmas present so they can dance with his new baby. Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? I wish I had a bigger version of it. I know it's a very small video. Yeah, there was a 90s remake of that song. I think Real McCoy I think that's right. I think that's right. Man, I should have showed that on a bigger video, like on a bigger screen, so you could have seen that better, get a better version of that. Let's see, Real McCoy. Come and get your love. Yep, it was. This is the remake of that song. This came out when I was in high school, and I absolutely loved it. I knew this version first before I knew the Redbone version, but I quickly found the Redbone version after this one. But this came out when I was in high school. 95. Okay, so my senior year, even more so. Hello, Anime Man 73. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Nobody likes the remake. I was wondering what the reaction was going to be. Yeah, the original is so much better. But I only found the original because of this. Because like I said, it came out my senior year. You never heard this? Bring back the bone. We're going to watch that commercial one more time where we can see it better. No, phone. It was a phone commercial. All right, now we're going to see this. This was from 2018. So we're going to watch it again so we can hear the Redbone. And it's so cute, so you can actually kind of see what's going on. You're right. Very few remakes are as good or better than the original. This actually has inspired a video about songs that we love from our childhood that we did not know were actually remakes. Ooh. All right. Here we go. One more time.
Salut papa.
I miss good commercials. I had a video that I made recently called 25 commercials that 80s kids still know by heart. And I posted it like 3 weeks ago, and it's already hit 1 million views. And it shows you like just I miss well written and well done commercials that had stories to them and had like you knew the product they were selling and it wasn't AI. I love commercials. We have officially entered Demolition Man world. Yes, I made a video of all jingles and it's doing phenomenal. So I freaking love good commercials. I miss the world of good commercials. All right, we're gonna get to our Nelson. Even though this isn't a regular podcast or a regular live stream, we will be Nelsoning out as we always do. First, we will do a Reading Rainbow, and I think I'm gonna add in a power ballad tonight. So we'll do Reading Rainbow, we'll do a power ballad, and then we'll Nelson. Let's see what we got here. Because we do need to start adding some other hair bands to through the rotation. All right, let's sing.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow.
I will say that this past year I read 20 books, but it was all Audible. It was all books on, or digital, whatever, ebooks. This year, and it makes me sad because I still love reading actual books. So in 2026, the books that I read are going to be actually on paper, actually books. That's one of my New Year's resolutions.
I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Oh, this just makes me happy. And we will do a Kids Incorporated cover. It will not be a Nelson cover this time. I am going to pick one that Fergie sings, or should we do a Martika song? Ooh, straight up at the very beginning. Let's watch him do Manic Monday. I think AC Slater might be in this one.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kids, we've got Martika, we've got Fergie, and we've got AC Slater all in one. Is there any more in here and the girl from the other singer, what was it? I can't. And Rashad Patterson on the keyboards. This is a star-studded clip.
2, 1.
I can't think of her name. The girl in the stars on the left. Now, 2 trivia questions. Number 1, who sang this song and made it a number 1 hit? And 2, who wrote this song? I know both answers. Do you?
It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day.
Whoa! He's off key. Lounge singer? You guys. Everybody knows. Okay. Bengals and Prince. Yep.
I don't have to run down. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday.
He's having issues with this saxophone. He's usually not like that.
That's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Kids,
Hey, all right, we did it.
Kids Incorporated. KIDS. Oh, you thought it was a bit? I was just asking and see if y'all knew. Wild Orchid. That was the name of the group she was in. I couldn't think of her name and the group name. Sometimes I don't get them all, you know? I just can't know everything, guys. All right, which power ballad? Well, I think we have to start off the power ballad thing on the live streams. I think there's only one. I would consider this a power ballad, but because of the video, I think this is what we should start off with. It isn't a power ballad, so we'll have to do an actual power ballad afterwards. But I can't not watch a video. I can't not watch a video with Tawny Kitaen lounge like slithering around on cars. I feel like that should kick off this segment. I mean, I guess it is. It speeds up so much in the chorus. So I consider a ballad to be like a slow song. Like right now, we're in ballad territory. But then it like ramps up and it escalates quickly, and then we get into you know, a lot quicker. But I guess it would still be a ballad. Definitely a power ballad. All right. I don't know, but it's one of my favorite words. It really is. You guys ready to rock out? Because this is gonna be fun. Here we go.
Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone.
Ooh, power ballads. We might have to, next week on our New Year's Eve live stream. We might have to do some power. We might have to have like an hour of power ballads. The power ballad hour. I think they met on this video. I don't know if they were a couple before, but maybe they were. Were Tawny and Coverdale a couple before this video? Gone way too long. I'm playing with fire here when it comes to getting copyright claimed. I don't want to get taken down right before we're getting ready to leave. Were they already a couple? I mean, yeah, it probably makes sense, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Would Winds of Change be a power ballad? I don't know. I feel like power ballads are love songs, but maybe. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is Winds of Change a power ballad? Yeah, UMG. Damn old UMG. Universal Music Group. Urgh. So, like, it was this kind of stuff that was just so popular all through my junior high years. So, you know, we had 87 was, you know, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction and Whitesnake. I can't remember the name of their album. It might have just been Whitesnake. We had Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, like 86. With Def Leppard's Hysteria, like at 88, 87. And we had Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, and the one with Every Rose Has Its Thorn. So, like, this was my music when I was in junior high. And then September of 91 was my first month of my freshman year in high school, and that's when Smells Like Teen Spirit came out. Talk about a cultural flip from junior high to high school. Like, it was so crazy. All of a sudden, everybody's wearing flannel and Doc Martens. It was so fun. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. It's so funny because like all the 80s high school movies that I watched, you know, were about, you know, high school in the 80s with the hair metal and the punk rock and the, you know, the emergence of hip hop on the national scene. And like, so I had all these ideas and visions of what high school would be like because I was watching these 80s high school movies. But then I get into high school and the month I start, freaking Nirvana comes out. And so it was like a whole new world. It's like, this is not what I was expecting. I would argue the best. I mean, the 60s and 70s had some bangers, but I mean, the 80s and 90s built on what was out, what came in the 60s and 70s and just like elevated it and made it better in so many ways. Like, and of course, that was my childhood and my teen and college years. So that's what I'm going to be most, you know, affectionate for, love the most, but still, it's just fantastic. He was referring to the deodorant by Menon, but I think they were talking about kids today that like watch or react to the Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit. I don't think they know that was a reference to a deodorant that was out at the time. The story behind that song is actually very interesting. I should pull up a video one night and maybe on our grunge 90s rock night, we can dive into that a little bit. That is correct. I'm just, and it's true. Like, it wasn't everywhere until later in my freshman year, but I'm just saying it came out my September of 91. And I went in starting thinking that, pop culture was hair bands and that kind of a stuff. But literally by Christmas time, like, it was all Nirvana. It was all grunge. It just, my first semester in high school, it was just wild. Like, well, for me, it was my teen years. I turned 13 in 1990. So it was 13 to 23 for me. But same thing. It's like I have the most nostalgia for the 90s by far. I mean, it's where all my music taste, movie taste, TV taste were truly curated. But like, I love a lot of different things, but 90s always have a special place because that was music for us. It was made by Gen X. It was like, that was our music. It wasn't our parents' music. It wasn't, it was our music. I remember where I was the first time I heard that opening guitar riff. I mean, the dun 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 dun. I remember just like turning, like we were in the car. It was me and my friend Julie. We were in her Chevy Nova, and we were driving somewhere. She had just gotten her license, or was it Julie? Or was it Amy? Because she was older than us. We were in a car, somebody's car, and that song came on the radio, and I mean, it was just like, wow. We were in just like, this is like the greatest thing I've ever heard. What is this? What are we listening to? Monster Ballads commercial. Monster Ballads commercial. Probably should put that part in there. All right. Let's do it. This came out, or this was recorded on July 17th, 1999. Of course, we're going to start out with some Warrant. Heaven isn't too far away.
Heaven isn't too far away. They taught us how to love. I give us something to believe in. They taught us how to live. Now they're back. Monster Ballads. 35 powerful hits on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes. It's awesome! White Snake. Ever feeling just to be the next Mr. Big. With you. Europe. Carrie. Cinderella. Their huge hits on Monster Ballads will take you higher. Winger.
Oh, this Winger.
Firehouse.
With the thing.
To the magic of the moment. No, there's no one home
in my house of pain.
No one knows more about passion than the legendary artists of Monster Ballads.
When I see you smile, love is on the way.
This 35-track collection is not sold in stores. Rush delivery available.
Nelson!
Every bad boy has a...
Did you guys catch the Nelson? Did you guys catch it? It was only time will tell. Hey, Joseph, what up? Yeah, I don't know why the Bengals were on this list, but we'll allow it, Just had to get some chicks on there, I guess.
Every bad boy has a soft side. Get Monster Ballads. To order, call the number on your screen or visit our website. 2 CDs, $26.99. 2 cassettes, $21.99. Do it now.
I tell you what, I would like to have a copy of those CDs. I surely would. That's a true story. Oh, I'm not hating on Eternal Flame. I freaking love Eternal Flame. I just don't know if you would consider it a power ballad. All right. I'm tired, guys. I've been streaming since 6:30 when I started that video. It's 4 hours in. Whew. Let's Nelson out. We will have some more fun on New Year's Eve. I'm going to be working on a video about a memorial video for Gen Xers that have passed this year. Hopefully I'll get that done before the end of the year. I should be able to get that done. So that's all I'm going to be working on. Otherwise, I'm taking a bit of a break. I'll be back next Wednesday for a New Year's Eve live stream. So if you don't have anything else going on next Wednesday night, hang out with me. It's going to be Y2K themed. But it's going to be all about New Year's Eve. We're going to watch some old Dick Clark Rockin' Eve and, all kinds of stuff. So just place to hang out and visit with other people if you're not getting out of the house. It's time. And let me tell you, speaking of the whole transition from hair bands, power ballads to Nirvana, these guys got caught right in the middle of that because they came out in September of 1990. And for 1 year, they were one of the biggest bands on planet Earth in this old glam rock hairband style. And then everything got pulled out from underneath them overnight with Nirvana. So poor guys. Chris Maker, $5. Best power ballad was Love Song by Tesla. I also think that band helped bring Nikola Tesla back into the public consciousness. They were a good band. I did like Tesla. We'll have to listen to some Tesla on our power ballad night. I like it. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate all the support of the channel. You're so great. Appreciate it. I wish I could play full songs on here because I would totally be your VJ. I would be that in a heartbeat. I've worked as a radio DJ many years in my career, just as a side gig or whatever. And I freaking love being a DJ or a VJ. If I could, if UMG would allow it, I would play songs on here and totally VJ for you guys. All had a great Christmas. Thank you guys so very, very much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for watching my videos this past year. It's been amazing. I will be here for sure one more time before the new year. Remember, come hang out with me on New Year's Eve next Wednesday night. If you're not going anywhere, just want to hang out and talk and laugh. And pre-ordered my own copy of my Nelson book. I wanted to make a video about them so bad, but I know nobody else wants to deal with my Nelson obsession. But they're going to be in concert near me in a couple of months or 6 weeks or so. I might go. We'll see if it works out. They were also in that John Cena TV show randomly. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. See you next week for New Year's Eve live. Otherwise, have your notifications on for my next video. Have a wonderful night. See you all next week. Okay, bye.